I'm just gonna record, and we're good. We're recording.
All right.
So
good. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Thickey Therapy. This is episode 1. So I'm hoping to make this a really good episode, so that when people go back into my old podcasts, they can start off with this one and start off with a fucking banger. With me today, I have my good buddy Paul Ryan Ross.
That was super fucking scripted
Forced as
sounding
fuck.
intro.
Yeah, that was pretty forced.
also,
Not
if you, since we're still only on the intro, speak closer into the mic.
Yeah, sure. I should be right here.
Like, Paul's doing great.
Yeah,
so if
I'm
you
not
could
doing
do
good.
better,
Hey,
that's good.
This is all staying.
is this
right?
better? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we'll
want
keep
all this.
going.
I want all this to stay in. I want this to be raw and uncut, just like my penis.
And how does that make you feel? Thickey Therapy.
So, speaking of penises, you guys are both circumcised. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I don't have foreskin on my penis.
Neither do I. It was cut off when I was born.
Yeah, I didn't have any say in it.
Yeah, you guys weren't like a late bloomer like Maddie was. You guys were pretty early.
Yeah. No, but mom thought they cut my pecker off when they did it.
Is that true?
The doctor came out of the office and he was like, the doctor came out of the office and picked up the phone and she could hear him and he called a plastic surgeon. So she thought they just snipped it right off, just having a panic attack. But
Is that what they do when they
God,
cut your
what's-
dick off? They call a
So-
plastic surgeon, just
I don't know.
glue a fake
So
one on?
what would happen? Where would you be today if that was true?
I don't even know if that'll work if they gave you plastic surgery to put your pecker back on when you're a baby.
When you're
'Cause
that
then-
young?
Because you have a baby dick when you're older.
They'd either have to give
never
a baby,
would've grown.
They'd have to give you as a baby a full size penis, or you'd have to get a new one put on every couple months or something.
It's
I
like
don't
how
know.
people get legs, like prosthetic legs. They keep getting bigger as they get older. It's like a prosthetic dick.
Did you see that picture? There was this guy. I don't know how old this was. I listened to an episode of PKA and they mentioned it. That's Painkiller already. If anyone's
Yes.
wondering, it's a podcast.
Great.
And they showed a picture of this guy, and he had a 17-inch penis or something. And it was huge. But the thing he did was he'd tie weights to it and stretch it out. So that doesn't work, but it would tear the tissue in his penis so much that it would scar. And he kept doing it. So he's got a normal sized penis with an extra 6 inches of scar tissue on top of it.
See, I feel like that would
just
just
can't
hurt.
feel anything.
Yeah.
And he went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, we should probably just get rid of all the scar tissue. And he was like, nah.
Well, if I got rid of it, would his dick get smaller again?
Well, yeah, because
So he doesn't
But-
care. He just flexes.
But would he ever feel anything
I don't think
again?
you feel anything.
That sucks.
That sucks. This is a great intro, by the way, guys. See, this is what I want this to be like. I want this to be whatever comes to our head. So, we do have an agenda here.
So I never
yeah.
introduced myself. Paul
Yeah,
never
sorry.
introduced
Okay.
himself.
Introduce yourself, guys.
So
please.
I'm Moose Brendan. Been friends with Ricky for a really long time, and Paul Ryan since birth. Me and Paul Ryan are cousins, and Ricky is just
We're cousins at heart. Just
cousins at heart. Yeah.
not by blood. But so when did we become friends? Because I became friends with Paul a little bit before I came.
Okay,
to
you're getting
you.
this all in order. I'm Paul, and I have nothing else interesting to add to the intro. So now
He's
Ricky.
the smartest person I've ever
Yeah,
met.
yeah, he is very smart.
What was it grade 6 division or grade 6 math and grade 2 or something?
Yeah, that was just helping Dad put together cabinets, and he showed me how long division worked.
Weren't you in robotics too?
Yeah, in grade 8.
You got in trouble when you were younger, though, in elementary, because you wouldn't show your work because you did it all in your head, and they thought
That
you
was
were
in
cheating.
that was in grade 3, and we'd be doing adding the long way where you add the numbers from the right down.
Yeah.
And I just do it in my head, so I wouldn't mark the little one above. I wouldn't carry my ones and shit. I
do it
just
in your
add the
head.
numbers up, and I'd always get in trouble for it. And the teacher would be talking to my mom, and I'd just be no, I just did it in my head. I don't know.
I just know it, Mom. I'm smart. And you got in trouble because you wouldn't show that. On the
I didn't
paper.
get in trouble, but
Right.
she'd be no, you can't. I don't know if she thought I was copying off anybody around me, but it's grade 3. Jesus.
Should just put you in a room so you can't copy it and then just prove that you could have done it.
Grade 3 was a crazy year. I got pissed on that year.
Who pissed on you?
My old buddy Jordan Penny. Shout out Jordan Penny.
So how did this happen?
So like grade 3, like in elementary school, you can't just go to the bathroom whenever you want. You kind of gotta like, even if you like ask teacher, I don't know, it was weird. Like we had set bathroom times where like the whole class would line up outside of the bathrooms. So she'd take us and you'd go in like 2s at a time, and me and Jordan were like the last 2 on the list. So we were in there and there's 2 urinals and we're both pissing. And he just kind of like looks over at me and then he just turns and he starts pissing on my leg. And I was like, what are you doing? And he just starts laughing and he's like, I'm telling. He's like, no, man, don't tell. Come on, it was just a joke.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a, yeah, what the fuck? I got to go home early that day though, so that was great.
She got pissed on.
Yeah.
Were your pants like full of piss?
Like the leg of my jeans had like clearly visible piss from like my knee down. Like it wasn't like completely drenched, but like there was a couple seconds worth of piss on my leg.
A couple seconds worth of piss.
That's the only situation where you could be like, somebody else pissed on my pants.
Yeah.
Who pissed on my
As
pants?
far as you know.
Yeah, as far as you. I pissed on your floor. Remember that?
Yeah, because
I was drunk.
He wasn't allowed to drink at home.
True.
And we were underage, and we were up in my bedroom, and he like took this like thing of vodka out of his backpack.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, he was drunk and he was drinking that, and then he was like, I'm gonna piss, but he was like, you were too scared to go downstairs because my parents were awake, so
They probably wouldn't
you
even have
like
cared.
no, I know.
Yeah.
So you like took a bottle and you tried to piss in the bottle and you were too drunk
Totally
and you
missed it.
and pissed all over my floor.
Oh yeah, I was really drunk too.
What did you use to wipe it up?
I don't know. I made him do it.
Did you just sock
no.
it up, like rub your foot on it?
You did. I think you just socked it up.
I don't remember, but thinking back, I probably did because 1, I was drunk, and 2, I don't care. So sock it up. And
All of his socks smell like piss anyway.
Well, that's a different reason, but all my socks smell like piss anyway. So
Yeah, that's what I just said.
yeah, like,
All of his socks smell like piss or cum.
yeah,
It's one of
a little bit of both usually.
What do
Piss
you guys
and
think
cum.
cum smells like? Because I've been trying to figure out what it smells like, but it smells nostalgic.
What?
No, for real, bro. It smells like a permanent marker or something from like elementary. I swear to God, bro.
I don't think you should say.
Got some hidden traumas going on over
I
there.
was gonna say, I don't think you should say cum smells nostalgic. That sounds fucked up. It's nostalgic's like when
No.
you were younger.
It's like weak bleach.
Yeah, I guess that's
Maybe that's what it is.
It does smell chemically. It's
Like
like
if
a weird
you walk
chemical.
into a room that has recently been cleaned with bleach, but like by recently, it's
But
like
it-
the next day. It's like not like freshly cleaned, but like the bleach smell is still kind of lingering.
Do you like it?
No,
I don't
not
really
really.
smell my cum very often. I just
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a
like
good point.
I just fuck.
Wait.
I don't even have an explanation as to why I know.
I never like smelled my cum like ooh. Like it's always just like oh it's there and now it's gone.
I don't
usually
know. I just anything that comes from my body, I'd like to know about it. So like, I've like tasted my own pee.
I've never done that.
I remember that you actually
Yeah.
watched Bear Grylls and he pissed in a cup and put it in the fridge
Yeah.
and drank it later.
So what did pee taste like?
It's really bitter
Salty.
and like gross.
Is it salty?
No, not at all.
I would have guessed
It's
like maybe a little salty, but
Yeah.
not even
taste
salty.
going
It's
on.
like it's like really bitter and almost hurts. It burned my tongue.
Burns,
It
yeah.
felt like a gross
Well,
burn.
it's everything that your body says no to. So you shouldn't really put it back into your body because your body's like, I want this
Well.
out.
Gotta try something.
I've never tasted my own pee, never tasted my own cum, never.
Yeah, me either.
Never had a little nibble of a turd.
Never had a. Well, there was one time that you were very drunk, Paul.
What'd you do?
I don't
Where
know.
is this going?
Do you remember the time you were in the back seat?
Oh, it was Maddie's car.
You want to tell that story?
And I was pissing out the door. I was hammered. And then I like walked away from the door and I started like spinning in a circle. I was like, I'm pissing all around the world. And I got some piss on Maddie's door and
He was pretty
so he,
pissed.
like I wiped it up obviously, but like I like put the napkin back in the car for some reason. And like we were driving and like I don't know if someone threw a napkin at me and I grabbed the wrong one or something, but I put the fucking napkin with the piss
I
on
was
it
there.
Yeah,
in my
I was
mouth.
there.
Were you there?
Yeah,
I
we
think
picked
were
you up
there.
at it was an Enja beer party.
Yeah, it was like Ilya's house or something.
It was
Yeah.
after Ely's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up going to
I don't know where we went, but we got
I
really
don't know if we
drunk.
went to the Triangle or not. We ended up going to the Capri.
Yeah,
and
we went somewhere.
that was the issue.
Yeah, and that was you just like shoved it in your mouth like out of spite or something.
No, like someone threw something at me and I like thought I picked it up, but I took the fucking piss covered napkin and popped it in my mouth. And not my proudest moment.
I mean, you probably don't remember what it tasted like because you were blackheaded. So
I don't think you remember.
I wouldn't remember
that
doing
happened.
it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Moose sent me a video of it.
I think
Like
you
a
had a
Snapchat.
Snapchat video
Yeah,
of it. Yeah, you
Snapchat.
definitely have a Snapchat video of it because he was recording you a lot because you were
I was
you were
pickled.
really drunk. Yeah, you were pickled, spagickled, very pickled.
Yeah, how do we all meet? I mean, me and Parine, obvious.
Yeah, you guys knew
I don't
each
even
other.
know. How did you guys meet? Was it?
I think it was hockey or school. I don't know.
I think it.
We kind of like met a few times before we like really hung out, like just through a combination. Actually, no, the first time we ever met was grade 3 or 4 religion
Art.
class.
I knew it was.
It was legend. We also met at that art gallery thing that we went to.
My grade 6 art teacher thought I was bound to be an artist. It wasn't that good, but like she thought I was, man. I don't know. So she chose me and another girl from my class to go to this like elementary school art show type thing where you just go and they kind of like teach you some art stuff, and I don't know, it's like a field trip type of day. You get a class, and Ricky was there from his school, and Ricky was like the real fucking art kid, and he had like the big crowd around him because it was at the Fortress of Lewisburg, and he was like sitting at the window with a fucking pad of paper, like drawn the fortress, and it was actually really good. And he was doing like the fucking shading with like just a regular lead pencil, like rubbing his finger on it. It actually looked sick at the time, but
Yeah, I was in grade 6 because in my school I was the fucking artist. Because, like, I was an outcast, and that's all I did. I just sat there and drew the whole time.
fucking Peanut kid.
Yeah, the fucking
Nobody wants to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Can't eat Reese's if you hang out with him.
But, like, that wasn't the first time we, like, hung as friends. We were just, like, kind of, like, associating.
Yeah, like, we probably didn't even talk that day.
Probably
because
didn't
we
at all.
Didn't know each other well enough to even...
I went with Jeffrey. And,
Jeff DeVoe?
Jeff DeVoe, yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, he was a great guy. And, like, we carpooled together. So, like, I was, like, talking to him, and I didn't really know him that well. And I didn't even know you were there until you told me like years later. So that shows you how much I fucking talked to you.
It's funny you went with Jeff DeVoe to an art thing because I went with Jeff DeVoe to an art thing when I was in grade 8.
Really?
He was in grade 9 to Halifax. It was like this Africville thing, and it was like an art contest or something, and it was for Black History Month, and he like drew this really nice photo or something, and
He's a really good artist, yeah. Yeah.
I think he's in animation now. He's like working on.
Yeah. Well,
in like junior high, he used to draw like these ridiculously good, like cartoons, like comics.
Yeah.
Like strip comics. Like he just was in there at lunch, he just draw a fucking comic of somebody.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. We were gonna get him to do the animation for our like animation idea.
Yeah.
So I have a note on this here. So we were gonna start this like animated show that we kind of just brainstormed. This came out of nowhere too. We were just like, let's make an animated show.
It would be funny.
Yeah. And we started making a script for it, and we're gonna make it animated. So we're gonna get him to do the animations. Nothing came from it.
If it ever happens.
If it ever happens, yeah. But I think that'd be sick.
When you said we have a note on it, I was kind of expecting there to
No.
be like a little,
No.
like we have like all these headings, and I was
Please roast
expecting
my
one
notes.
for that, but it was just extra topic conversations. Our animated show we thought about.
Yeah. Please roast my notes because these were done in like 20 minutes.
You want me to roast your notes?
Please. they're
Introductions.
very shit.
Where this will be posted. Are we going to talk about that? You wanted to
Yeah,
talk
I-
about
that's
where
what I
we're going to
wanna,
post it?
well, where are we going to put this on? Well,
If anyone
if everyone's
if
listening
anyone
to it,
actually
they're going to
listens-
know where
yeah.
it is. Yeah, okay. That's
They'll know where to find it.
This wasn't supposed to be in the podcast. This was like before.
Yeah, but it goes.
Okay, so
where
we,
will this
actually,
be
we actually
posted?
did introduce everybody, but I
Yeah.
feel like this will be posted probably shouldn't be the first thing on the
No,
docket.
exactly.
You're right. Again, this was made in like very quickly.
I'm actually very surprised that Ricky put this much work into it. I really thought he would like
Really?
write 3 notes down on his phone when I said to plan.
No, man.
He made 3 pages and printed three different copies
Yeah.
of 3 different pages for each of us.
I'm taking this seriously. I love this idea. I've always wanted to have my own podcast and with my friends. Like that was like I've always wanted that. It was a dream of mine. Just to talk
Apparently,
shit.
like everybody in North America wants their own podcast
That's
because there's a
very
new
true.
10 of them every day.
True.
But
Very
this one's
true.
different.
we're totally different guys.
I mean, think about what we talked about so far.
piss piss and cum.
And our animated show.
So yeah, we got everybody else and our friends. Why don't we just talk about our friends for a minute?
Yeah.
We got a real like close
It's
core group of friends
it's
since,
been
like, junior
around for
high.
a bit.
Yeah.
I need to mention that we are the original Gucci Gang.
It's true.
We had a Snap group and it was called Gucci Gang before the song came
Yeah.
out.
Before Little Pump's song.
Yeah,
and
fuck
before,
Lil Pump.
Yeah. And before
calling you out on air.
before everybody else made their little cliques, Gucci Gang, we were the original Gucci Gang. So
true.
we are OGG represent.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yes. Fuck Little Pump.
So yeah, me and Ricky did try to do a podcast before.
Yep.
It was like not a real podcast because it was like a 20-minute video it was a hour and a half recording chopped up
Yep.
into 20 minutes, like just random cuts, and it wasn't actually a podcast. I don't think we knew what a podcast was.
Yeah.
Is it public?
Yeah.
It is public. I think the
It's
title of it
sick.
is this a podcast? I'm pretty sure that's the title of it.
Because we literally didn't know. It's funny
Yeah.
though. It is funny.
It's
It's
a-
just stupid.
It's on a YouTube channel with 2 subscribers, and I believe I am one of them.
Rick and Moose.
Yeah.
No, I think our Uncle Trevor subscribed to it.
Yeah.
And he commented and he's like,
Yeah.
"This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
'cause
can't
you
wait for the
post-
next one."
Yeah, because you posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, so it was me and Moose, and also our friend Maddie was there, and he was basically like in the background just talking shit the entire time.
Just yelling.
Just yelling. Like he didn't want to
Yeah.
be in the video, so he was just like. And there was one point he threw a water bottle at me or something.
You got pissed.
Yeah, I was actually pissed off. Because it was a big long recording, and he was just like making fun of us. He's like, "What are you guys doing? You guys are stupid." And I'm sure he'll watch this and say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually do want to have Maddie on this podcast. That would be sick.
Yeah, so, I mean, Ricky's supposed to be, like, kind of hosting this, and me and Paul are, like, co-hosts, but he's not.
I'm not really taking control. It's kind of just
Take control,
everybody.
Ricky. Come on.
Well, I do like.
I think it's
taking
more
control.
interesting if we just kind of.
I mean,
just
yeah,
kinda talk.
there are just
I don't
things-
think there's a host to
I
this.
would-
I think we're all just kind of.
Yeah, I would
We're all
like
just
to talk
talking.
about Ricky's Twitter.
Yeah.
That's all.
I do like want to talk about my Twitter too because.
So this is
I
under
like
the
Twitter.
why we are all interesting and funny.
Shut the fuck up, man. Okay, you guys can roast my notes all you want. Yes, please roast my notes.
You make me sound like I'd be the most like vain.
Paul
pile of
is a
shit
genius,
ever.
knows everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's true.
He doesn't know common sense.
Very true.
I'm just a fucking nerd.
But yeah, Ricky's Twitter. So Ricky,
Minor
Man.
Twitter celebrity.
minor Twitter celebrity. It's crazy. We actually go places and people know
Yep.
who he is.
I've been to parties and people will come up to me and they're like, "Are you Thickey Force from Twitter?"
Like
And-
the Thickey?
Like the Thickey Force. And some of them don't even believe me. They're like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, it actually blows my mind how quote unquote famous I am. Like it kind of hasn't registered with me. Like
It's weird.
And just
Yeah.
like that, he took the vein sounding from me to himself.
just how famous I
Just
really
a
am.
humble brag.
But no, I do. It is crazy because I remember. What was your first big tweet that like kind of started it all?
Well, it was
Probably
a tweet,
don't want to talk about that one actually.
Fuck it, I'll talk about it. It was a tweet about Mick Jessen. I'll just say that.
No.
It was. I mean,
It was
a
super
thing.
mean.
It was a mean tweet, and it was a long time ago, and I was a kid. So, I think the tweet was, I hated Mick Jessen before it was cool,
And that was like 300 likes or something.
something like that. That was my first big tweet, and I don't
But you
like.
didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't become like
yeah.
Twitter.
I didn't know. No.
Twitter guy until like maybe 2 years, like a year and a half ago.
True.
Nah, it was like
true.
our first 2 years university.
It was
kinda.
it was our first year university.
I think it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
So when was that?
'cause, like, hey,
2015, like
That's
2015,
crazy.
2016.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And okay, well, when I made that Mick Jessen tweet, after that, I got a lot of backlash, as I should have, and I deleted my Twitter eventually. And then I remade it my first year university, and then it was part of Paul's idea why my Twitter was made, because like we would say shit like just stupid shit all the time, and Paul's like just tweet shit like that. And you did it too. Our whole friends group started saying shit, and
Well,
like,
this
tweet
is
that
this is
became
when
a
Odds
thing.
Game
Odds Game,
came
yeah,
out. It'd be
yeah.
like, oh yeah, Odds, you tweet that, but then like no one would ever play the game. Actually, it'd just be like, Odds, you tweet that, and you'd just tweet it.
Yeah.
As long as you weren't like crossing.
And now we
boundaries,
don't even say
obviously.
odds. We just say tweet that.
But like, I took the game
I would say we coined that phrase.
we pretty much did. Yeah.
I would say probably not.
Bro,
Well,
like around here.
Yeah. Okay.
Ricky, maybe.
Okay. So back to the odds game. I would take odds too seriously, and then if I would lose, I'd be like, okay, I'm tweeting that anyway. So, and like if people lost the odds game with other people, I would just tweet it myself. I'm like, well, I'll just tweet that anyway.
There was like variations of the odds game, like even within like just Cape Breton. Like Sydney kids played different than we did. Like we play like odds where you just do like one game. And I said, but if you played an odds game, like someone from Sydney, like it's like you do the odds, and then if you don't, they do the odds, and you just keep going until someone does the thing.
That's fucked.
That's what we should have done because it would have been a lot more fun.
When we did it, it was like odds, and then you could do like reverse odds.
I was surprised when I found out that other people did that game because I thought it was just a North Side thing.
Yeah.
North Sydney's like crackhead central, so I guess that makes sense.
Shout out to all the crackheads.
Shout out to my uncle.
But yeah, so
You know you're listening.
Biggest fan.
you've gained. I've like kept track. You've gained like 700 followers in the last year.
I still have a thing on my Twitter right now where if I get 2,000 followers, I will rap the entire song of Monopoly by Danny Brown. And I haven't got it yet. I'm getting close, but I'm sticking to my word.
Let's get Ricky to 2,000 followers.
2,000 followers, yeah. I think I have like, I'll just check right now. I think I have like 1,700 right now.
No, it's like 18.
1,800, yeah.
Which isn't a lot, but like
It isn't a
considering it was like a year ago, it was like
1,800, yeah.
1,200 or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's weird because like I get a lot more likes than I like for the amount of followers I have because everyone that follows me actually likes my Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I just don't have random followers that like I'm sure I have a few, but even the ones that I get like I have fans in like Illinois, like weird places
weird.
like that like follow me.
Got a lot of fans out in
Yeah, I got a lot of fans in Meat Cove. Shout out to Meat Cove, yeah. Because I know you guys are watching because you probably have nothing better to do. So.
Listening.
They don't have
Sorry,
internet.
listening. Yeah. Yeah, they don't have internet.
When they come into town, they'll listen.
How are they gonna get here? They're gonna hike.
Bike there.
Ride in their horseback.
Oh man, this is bad. Okay.
This is bad.
Make
This is my Twitter.
Their monthly trip to the city for rations.
Come and get their cheap smokes. This is the podcast. You can't.
No, I mean, this is life, you know.
Shout out to Mikov. I fuck with you guys a lot, but deep down, I have a soft spot in my heart for you.
All right.
Very nice area.
Yeah.
I've heard they have great beaches.
Good clam chowder too.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been. I've never gone.
I've driven through. Not really. I haven't.
You
really.
wouldn't
Yeah,
stop.
you wouldn't stop there.
That would be scary.
People yelling.
Okay,
at
so
you.
we're still on the topic of Twitter.
Yeah.
Recently followed Perk Nowitzki. Might be the best Twitter account going, I think.
What is it?
Perk Nowitzki.
Oh yeah,
It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's verified. He's good.
I don't know
What's
if that's
his
his
at?
actual at, but like
don't
his
know.
name right now is Perk Nowitzki.
Look it up.
He's definitely like my top 5 right now. I like Hot Gamer Sex is one of my favorites. I like that Twitter.
I think like as far as like a full catalog of Twitter, like
Oh, OG
Bill
Max
Ratchet.
B.
Ratchet, yeah.
OG Max B.
Yeah.
as far as like a full catalog, like Bill Ratchet's probably like the best Twitter account.
Yeah, I'd say.
But
I mean,
yeah, top
or
of all.
classic.
Mind If I Wild Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those two are great, but like
Birdie
I feel
3.
like
Birdie 3 and basketball.
I feel like right now basketball and Perk Nowitzki are like on top. Like
On
they're,
top.
Yeah.
they're great.
I like Big Tan. He's funny.
Big Tan's
too. Big Tan. He's pretty funny.
You guys know Jose?
Jose Cuervo. Go way back.
Jose.
Jose Cuervo.
Jose Abichua?
Let me see.
Don't know.
Jose
You definitely do. Jose. This guy. He's pretty good. He runs like a Instagram meme account that has like 23K
I've definitely seen his Twitter. I just
called
don't.
Olad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard of the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know his Instagram.
Yeah.
Speaking of Instagram, had to unfollow I Have No Memes 96V2
Yeah.
because I won't stop posting fucking stupid Do It For State porn ads, and it's getting really annoying. My entire feed is just filled with like the same ass with a different caption all day.
Tweet
Make that your
tweet
Twitter bio or something.
Same ass, different caption. It is true though. Like they were good when they had.
I
memes.
finally found her at.
Yeah, it's like follow her here.
It's weird. This girl has
But
like
it's
nine
not. It's
different
not
accounts
the girl.
right now.
It's never
not
her.
the girl. It's
It's
at
not- yeah.
Do It For State or something.
Yeah, or it's like some
No,
slutty girl.
they do it for state does like their own thing where they just send in one of their do it for state girls who are looking for Instagram clout, and that's kind of their advertisement. I don't even know why they're doing it. It's not like do it for state's lacking followers.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But all the like random Twitter or Instagram thoughts who are trying to get famous keep fucking posting ads, and it's always like the same picture. It's not even like their own picture, and it's like I finally found her at Sophie993. Go check out her account.
And you click on it. It's always
No,
private.
I don't
too.
want to go check
It's
out her
private.
account.
They have
Always
like
private.
100K followers,
Yeah.
and
I
their
mean,
profile picture's like an ass.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to follow this.
I mean, it's obviously working because they keep doing it. So these horny kids are clicking on it like,
Are
ooh.
how much are the okay? But
100%
how much are the
thirst trap
girls?
for
How much
people
are
in
those?
junior high.
How much
Yeah.
are those girls like paying for those ads?
I
don't
genuinely
know.
have no idea what meme
Or
accounts get for.
or are they like
Yeah.
Like ad placement.
exchanging like nudes?
It ads are weird on Instagram. Like you see it like every couple months it changes. Like 6 months ago it was huge on that stupid fucking ifishforhose.com, and it was always
was that
it was
about?
always
Yeah.
the same picture of like a greeting card type of thing, and it was like from dad, and it's like. Yeah, something about doing good in school, but you're not getting laid. So here's a condom, and the condom has a fucking staple through it. Like, yeah, real smart. And $20, go get yourself some pussy on fishforhose.com. Show them how we do it.
But did you go to fishforhose.com? It's like one of those like.
No, I've
ads
never
that you
been to
see-
fishforhose.com.
No, I went because I wanted to see what it was like, and it's like one of those stupid like ads on the side of like Pornhub where it's just like
No, it's like ifishforhose.com. or
Women-
something. And it's
women in your
like a
area.
number 4.
I'm on it right
Like
now.
the Pornhub ads.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Online dating for men. Online dating for women. Online dating for older
just type
men.
in, just Google
40-year-old
fish for hose.
Facebook moms in your area need dick too.
Fish for hose. Yeah, and they always like disguise it as a meme, and then like I'll read the first part
It's-
of the meme.
Bro, it literally when I search it, when I Google it, it only comes up as
Know Your Meme.
knowyourmeme.com. So is it just a meme?
Maybe.
No,
probably-
no,
probably
I found
was
it.
real,
I found
probably.
it. I found it.
The meme has surpassed the website.
Yeah. Yeah, like as I was saying, like
Yeah, but see, I clicked it and it just forwards me to meetwild.com.
your computer got a virus now, buddy.
Probably.
Cover up that webcam.
But that's what I mean. It's like one of those spam websites.
Would you have just
not
clicked
even-
on it, like a knock on the door? It's like
Kick the door down.
Heard you want hose?
It came up my location. It's like location Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Well, you're fucked, man. You're
Yeah, I'm screwed.
You got to move to Toronto now.
Fuck.
Get some hose there. Fish for hose.
What else do we got here? So yeah, we're looking for sponsors already. We're looking for a sponsor from G Fuel, Fleshlight, Raids, Shadow Legends. Big one for me. I would love that.
Yep.
Ricky obviously wants RuneScape to sponsor
fuck
him.
yes.
I've never
And-
seen RuneScape sponsor anybody.
No,
so
I don't think
Well,
they
we'll be
do.
the
Probably
first
highly
ones.
unlikely.
We'll be the first
Parime
ones.
would love a Call of Duty sponsor, and any vape company will all welcome. Jewel, Stealth, Smog, whatever.
The only vape company I've ever seen advertised anywhere is A-Bay. It's a
that?
pod system similar to a Juul or a Stealth. But it's like a Juul, but it's double the capacity, same price type of thing. They all need the little shtick to be better than Juul. I haven't seen an advertisement for them in months, so I don't even know if they stuck around.
I don't know if you're like, even allowed to like sponsor with vapes now because of the whole like laws on that.
I would.
I mean, I would allow it. Fuck it. Ours,
Do it.
Yeah.
If it's like
Shout out to you, vape. maybe they'll sponsor us.
Yeah, you vape.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
now we're in the vaping conversations topic.
Yeah.
Ricky works at a vape shop.
Yeah.
It's called U-Vape.
Yeah. I work
Yeah.
at a vape shop. Literally across the street right there. You vape.
Yeah, where you guys look right over there, guys.
Yeah, see it
Across
over
the
there?
street, there's Ricky where he works.
Yeah.
Why do we all vape, even though we didn't use it to quit smoking?
Ricky,
I
are we
shouldn't
like
have made these
this
notes.
is like for the news.
Yeah. This is some bread and butter shit right here.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll answer the question. I vape because I like. Well, I'll tell you the actual story. So Ricky's always been vaping,
I'm the original.
He's been like using the big ass vapes though, like big plaids, you know. But when the Juul came out, probably like a few months after, a year after, something like that, when it started becoming sold in Nova Scotia, because it wasn't for a while, we thought that it would be cool to get one because it looked cool.
But the cheap bastards, and I saw the Stealth was way cheaper.
So
they bought 2 of those.
We bought 2 Stealths, and then that was crazy. It was like, what, 36 milligrams?
That was 35, Nick, I think.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah, and we weren't used to that much, so it gave us a crazy
Hit like a
head
wall.
rush.
Yeah. I actually remember it happening at your
It was at
apartments.
Paul's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it was yours at the time, too.
Yeah. Both
Yeah,
you guys'
true.
apartments.
And so we did that, and then we were like, wow, this is crazy. But then I was like, well, if this is crazy, I want to see what like 59 milligrams with the Juul is like. So I gave Paul my Stealth that I bought that night.
Made me buy it off him, actually.
Did I?
Yeah.
How much
Oh,
did you
wow.
sell it for?
$20 probably.
Nah, it was just like the same price. You literally like opened it that night, took a couple hits off that pod, and we like shared that pod, and then you just gave me the rest of it.
True.
Like, it wasn't like...
Because like I remember we went to Dartmouth because like we called the place to see if they had Juul.
Yeah.
I think we actually called you Vape. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
we did.
Yeah, and
Was
they-
UAV in there at the time? I don't
They-
think it
yeah,
was.
they
It was-
were.
It was probably
They were.
smokeless or smokeless, whatever the fuck it is.
Smokeless? Yeah, actually no, it was smokeless. That's on Spring
But
Garden.
U-Vape was only in Dartmouth.
We want compensation for all this advertising.
Yeah, sure.
Smokeless.
yeah.
So the next day I went and bought a Juul, and it looked cool, and it hit great.
Yeah.
And now we're all addicted to nicotine.
Big time. Yeah, big time nicotine.
I was talking with Tristan today actually about how you have like every vape, because
Yeah.
I was talking about the Nord was on sale, and I was like, that's crazy, like the price. Ricky has a Nord, I think, and he's like, yeah, I think he has the Stealth too. He's rocking the Stealth too, and I was like, yeah, he is. And then I was like, and I think he has a Breeze too.
Yep.
So
And NXT.
You can hear Paul
Yeah, you
pissing
probably
right
hear
now.
Paul urinate.
Yeah.
Probably. That's an aggressive stream.
a moment of silence for Paul's
Yeah,
piss.
just. What were you drinking?
Beer?
You got the energy drink passes?
No, not since we had the energy drink. The nice Rockstar sugar-free neon piss.
The ones that melt the toilet?
To everybody listening, they probably think Paul's like sitting in the room pissing
No, my bathroom is really close to my kitchen,
and living room.
and the door is open. Kitchen slash bachelor place.
And you guys can't see him right now, but Paul actually has his pants down to his ankles, standing up pissing.
Paul, stop flexing your ass.
No, he doesn't, but he did flex his ass.
You have a nice ass, Paul. Paul definitely has the nicest ass in our friends group.
For
Just
sure.
saying. Just saying, yeah.
Even like in like all genders,
Oh.
Paul is the nicest ass.
Oh, all genders included, definitely.
He dummy thick.
Oh, yeah, he dummy thick.
Paul bought Halloween snacks for us all to eat.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween, by the way.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
We should have dressed up for this. I mean, you guys wouldn't have saw it. So.
see our sick costumes.
Yeah, back to vape. So, I remember when Haystream made their like Vape Nation video, and it was a huge meme at the time. So I went and bought this like cheap ass pen vape, and I bought this like grape juice, and
He was like,
yeah.
do you got any tobacco-free juice? But he's like,
You mean nicotine? Yeah, I was a virgin at the time, so. But yeah, I bought
Nicotine
that.
virgin.
Yeah, nicotine version.
and a
definitely.
stinky virgin.
Yeah, and just a virgin in general. And so then I went from that, and then afterwards I was like, I want to know what nicotine feels like. So I went and bought an 18 milligram freebase juice. Remember this? Like it was
Yeah.
like this shitty quality juice that like melted the bottle. It was so gross and tasted like shit. So then I bought a big fucking thing, a big Smock mod. It was a Smock Alien, and yeah, ever since then I've been working my way up, and now I have like 3 different vapes, and we all have our own Salt Neck vape now.
I do.
Well,
Actually, I do have
yeah,
a Nord,
yeah.
so, but it hasn't had a coil in like 3 months.
Yeah,
I have a Stealth and 3 Joules.
you have 3 Juul.
Yeah, whenever when I was in the States, they were like really cheap, so I bought one there, and then I already had like 2 at home, and one of them has my name carved into it, and it's like so old that it's like it doesn't hit very well. So like yeah, and then Sid has one. So it's like there's like three.
Sorry.
So there's like three jewels in my house right now and a Stealth.
Nice. And
I have a breeze somewhere too. I don't know where.
I remember you bought that, and you bought this like s'mores juice. I remember I was with you. You bought this like s'more.
No, it was churro.
No, it was churro.
It was churro.
No, that's something
S'mores.
organic.
Oh, that was from the H3 video.
Yeah.
Actually.
What was something
I,
organic?
It
with
was
Mountain
it was
Dew
a
or
flavor
churros?
like
Was it
that
like
though.
birthday
It was
cake or
it was like
No,
a
it was-
sweet.
I thought it was s'mores.
Cupcake?
Maybe it was cupcake.
No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
it was some sort of like dessert type
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't
As
good.
if cupcakes aren't dessert.
I was agreeing with you and disagreeing with Ricky.
something natural like Mountain Dew or churros. I still haven't saw a Mountain Dew flavored juice yet.
Still haven't saw.
Still haven't saw one. And I work in a vape shop. And I still haven't saw one. I think the weirdest juice I saw was like it's like coffee flavored, but that isn't even that weird.
It was
for
actually
certain
pretty
ones.
good.
It was good. Yeah. I had it for a while.
It took me a while to figure that one out.
Yeah, I remember you were hitting it in the shop.
Do you still have it?
I think I have it here somewhere. I have it in that box over there, I think. I sold a bunch of my vape stuff on Kijiji, so
Why didn't you just give it to me?
because it was like juices that you wouldn't like. It was
Thanks.
Like just shitty juice.
Thank you for taking me.
I
into
give you
consideration.
a stealth pod today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are people really out here buying like half-empty bottles of vape juice on Kijiji?
Apparently they are because they sold pretty quickly.
My little sister. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say it. No, I can't.
Yeah, no, you probably
Just in case my parents
keep
listen.
that one on the low.
Sorry, Emily. Anyway, on to the next.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ricky chews
so-
tobacco.
Yeah, I did for a
a lot of shit
bit.
to get the vaping talk here.
that's at the end of it. Yeah, who cares? So yeah, I didn't use vaping to
Drug
quit
conversations.
cigarettes.
What the fuck?
That's my favorite one, man.
Okay, that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
That'll be fun. Yeah, so like, obviously I didn't smoke. Well, sorry. I smoked cigarettes to be cool back in the day.
That was like grade 8 though.
good.
I actually
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm wrong because I didn't start vaping first. I did start smoking cigarettes, but I would smoke cigarettes only when I went out
Yeah.
and I knew there would be like pictures or videos taken, because like that was my aesthetic.
Just
then.
for the
And he'd
clout.
buy like a new pack every night. So we'd have like 3
I would
almost
give
full
away
packs of
all the
fucking
cigarettes.
Demoriers.
Yeah, because
It's
I'd
like
only
fucking
buy. I'm like,
$20 a pack.
if I'm gonna destroy my lungs, I may as well buy the expensive cigarettes.
It's good logic.
Expensive death.
Get the good shit. But I remember when you bought your like first official pack, you were in my car and you'd be like, pull over, I want to try to smoke one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And you were trying to, and you kept coughing and coughing like crazy. It was funny though. Because like, I remember like you wanted to like start smoking almost.
Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I
did you?
really want to start smoking.
You said that. I remember. You were like, I just want to start smoking. And I remember me and Paul
I
telling
literally
you.
think I did it.
It got to the point where you were like occasionally ripping a cig on the balcony when you were sober.
I know.
That is
and
true,
that's
yeah.
like, I literally did it because I thought it looked cool. It had nothing to do with head rushes at the time. I just thought
Yeah.
it felt cool. And I liked puffing on something.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
when
looks cooler than standing on your balcony alone at 2
With no
o'clock in
one
the afternoon.
it felt cool. It felt cool.
Yeah. So like you didn't even do it for like the nicotine. You were just doing it to be cool.
No,
Like,
because
yeah.
I would be like making music with Kyle on FaceTime, and like I would go and have a cigarette, and then come back, have a beer, and like write, and it was like a lifestyle almost for me, but it was only for me. Like nobody even seen it.
It's not an addiction, Mom. It's a lifestyle. When I smoked cigarettes, I didn't even inhale. I just did it to be cool. Like I was just like sitting with like Tristan Luker and Andrew Winkle.
But the nicotine still is absorbed, right, through
Yeah.
your mouth.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not like
Yeah, I guess to a point probably.
Yeah.
it's not good for you.
No.
No, it's like cigars. You can get like mouth cancer. and
like,
shit.
Yeah.
like throat cancer even. But yeah, anyway, I would smoke cigarettes to be cool. I didn't give a fuck about nicotine. I was trying to blend in with the cool kids, smoking weed, smoking fucking darts.
Let's hear about the first time Ricky got caught with marijuana.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I was gonna transition into like drug stories. So yeah, I was a bad kid back in the day, smoking cigarettes and weed. So I wanted to be with the cool kids, and so I started just hanging around with this like weird crowd that just like did a bunch of fucking weed. You know, you wouldn't do weed. And so eventually I would steal weed from my uncle because he grew weed. And this was like next to my babysitter. So that's the only reason I knew that he was growing weed. And so I told Dwayne DeVoe, Aaron Power, Trevor McKeegan, and Hayden Laffin about this, my uncle growing weed.
The boys.
The boys. Yeah. The original Gucci gang.
Sorry, is Hayden in jail?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I told them that my uncle was growing weed, and so we planned to go just steal some weed off of him. And we went there, and Dwayne took an entire plant and just pulled it out of the ground and just shoved it in his backpack. I thought we were going to take like a couple of grams or something. He didn't tell me he was going to do this until he did it. And I was like, oh, fuck, my uncle's going to fucking find out and kill me. But anyway, we got away with the weed, and I had the weed in my room, and my dad found it. And his reaction was, of course, as parents do, take you to the fucking police station. So, yeah, my parents took me. I think I was
you skipped some. He tried to sneak into the house.
Oh yeah, with the weed. Yeah, with the weed.
And he hid it in his hat.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah,
but he had his hat off, folded, and
yeah, I was holding.
Obviously
my hat,
suspicious.
Yeah, my dad was like, "What do you have
What's
there?"
in there? And
yeah.
Ricky's like, "Nothing." And then he dropped it and he tried to run out the door.
Yeah.
Thing is, Ricky's father runs like 7K, 8K a day at this point, like big long runs. Maybe not. I don't know how that was far, but at the time I was like, man, he's definitely running 10K. But like, he ran quite a bit. No way Ricky was getting away from him at all.
Caught me, and yeah, I was hanging out with Hayden Laff and Trevor McKeegan that day. My dad got us all in his car, drove them home, and took me to Chandler's house because I told my parents that Chandler sold it to me because I didn't want to say I stole it from your brother to my father. So they took me to Chandler's house, and then Chandler's dad, Daryl, walks out and he's like, "Nah, bye, we haven't had weed here in a couple of years." Which was a complete lie. But then I fessed up and I was like, yeah, I stole it from Glenn, my uncle. And yeah, went right to his house. And he wasn't happy. And a couple of years ago, I met up with him and he called me the little weed thief.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, went to the police station and and okay, by the way, it wasn't even weed. It was the weed wasn't fully grown yet, so it wasn't like smokable weed. It was just it was basically leaves at this point. So, I went to the cops and they were like, "This isn't we can't do anything. He's a minor, and this isn't even weed, so it's fucking leaves." And my parents were like, "Well, just give him a good talking to." The cop was just like, "Listen, son, can't be doing that."
What did they actually say to you?
I'm trying to think. He didn't really talk to me very much. He was like, "Listen, you can't be doing this. I know you're young. Smarten up," kind of thing. It was basically one of those conversations.
Tap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Were you shitting your
much.
pants the whole time, though?
Well, I was fucking bawling my eyes out because I was like 14 or 15 or something.
I didn't cry when I was 14 or 15. I cry now.
Do you remember the second time you got caught with weed and you blamed it on Moose?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I didn't blame it on you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said it was my weed.
I didn't say it was your. No, I did not say it was your weed. I said it was our weed, and we bought it for a video. That's what I said. I didn't say it was your weed.
So you tried to share the blame.
I tried exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that makes it better.
I didn't. Yeah.
Mind you,
I didn't
this
throw
time
you under
Ricky
the bus.
was selling.
I was
weed.
selling weed. Yes. "Quote unquote" selling. I wasn't really selling weed. I lost money selling weed. So
He was buying quarters and losing on it.
I was trying to sell weed to be cool. I wasn't selling weed to make money.
It was his aesthetic.
Yeah, it was my aesthetic. Yeah, I even bought a scale for like $30. So I was down like probably $60 every. I only bought one quarter.
Speaking of weed, we have another great topic pick from Ricky here. What other podcast do we watch / look up to?
All right.
Top of the list is the Joe Rogan Experience, which, unbeknownst to me, I apparently listen to the most of.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think you probably do though. I mean,
I listen to it more.
I've probably listened to like 50, 60 episodes out of about 1,500.
Yeah,
but,
but, okay,
20.
but like how often do you listen? Because I listen probably like maybe once a week on average.
Since he passed like 1,000 episodes, I probably listen to like one in every 10 to one in every 20. It depends like if he has like cool guests on.
Yeah.
I only listen to the ones where like I read the name, like, oh shit, that guy sounds cool, so I'm gonna listen to this.
Sometimes, like, if I'm working and I want to feel like I'm, like, learning while I'm working, I'll just put one on in the background. I don't know if that counts as, like, actually listening to it.
I mean, you're the type of person to, like, listen to something while you're falling asleep. Like, you'll play something and then
no,
fall asleep.
I have fallen asleep to the podcast. I will say that.
Yeah. I listen to, like, highlights and stuff like that. Or if somebody's cool, like Paul said, like, I don't, like, listen to every fucking podcast. I probably listen to the H3 podcast more than the Joe Rogan Experience, honestly.
I would say I probably listen to them about equal.
Yeah.
I probably listen to Joe Rogan more, to be honest.
I don't even know why I put the Church of What's Happening Now.
I've never even heard of that. And
I don't know either of those two.
Really?
You're the only one who knows that, Rick.
The podcast I listen to the most is PKA.
Painkiller every day,
By far.
Every Sunday.
It's every Saturday they release. Plus they have PKN like.
But you listen to it
midweek.
every Sunday.
No, it releases like Saturday morning. I just listen to it while I do like homework or whatever. Like where like.
When I lived with you, you listened to it every Sunday.
Was it Sunday? It might have
Every
been
Sunday.
Yeah,
while you
probably.
were working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
no,
would be
like,
on
even-
the TV.
But like even if I run out of like that episode, like it's like a 4-hour episode, and if that one ends, I just like go back in the library and pick a random one.
Oh, okay.
There's like fucking 5.
How long are they? I thought they were like 5 hours long.
Like 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every time I go over to your place.
But like that's like 4 hours
that.
to last a week. Like that's
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot.
And you probably like listen to bits and pieces of it at like throughout the week and kind of just start and
No,
stop.
I usually like I'll sit down to like do homework or something, and I'll listen to 4 hours pretty much straight.
Shit. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have to like re-listen because like I'll be like too focused on a question or something. I don't really hear what you're saying.
You're really bad for
So I
that.
go back.
Yeah.
Did you guys listen to like the Bob Lazar podcast on Joe Rogan?
No.
Nope.
He's like this guy who used to work at like Area 51.
Oh,
actually,
yeah. We
I
have.
did.
Yeah.
I think we listened to that
Yeah,
together.
on the way
actually,
up.
driving
Yeah.
up.
It's really
Halifax.
good.
Like I downloaded to my phone, so we listened to it, but then it got corrupted, and we only heard like the first like half hour of it.
It's crazy.
There's a
It is
podcast
pretty
missing
crazy.
from your list that I fully expected to be there.
Which one?
I'm gonna give you like 3 guesses to get.
I don't know.
Should I know this?
You should probably both know it. Yeah.
Spinning Chicklets?
No,
No
I wouldn't
way.
expect you to listen to that.
I would.
I
don't
listen to
even know
that a
what it
lot
is.
too, but like
It's probably something obvious. I'm just blanking
it's super
on it.
obvious, and there's not a lot of episodes. It's like a newer podcast.
Oh, it's fucking Max Mofo and anything reviews.
Cold Ones,
Cold
yeah.
ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't listen to the most recent one with Pyro.
Yeah.
Did you guys listen to what's Evan Breen, Nick Coletti, and Casey Fry have a podcast?
I
I
did.
did not know that. That's incredible.
It's sick. It's so
I'm gonna
funny.
100% listen
Yeah,
to
I
that
bet.
because I love those guys, especially Evan Breen.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, they have one. They don't upload often, but that one I thought you would mention.
Are they all like serious on it, or are they all like in character?
I feel like they're never in character. I feel like that's just
That's like
It's
their
just them, I guess.
personality.
Yeah, I
for
guess
real.
so,
That's
yeah.
how they are.
Yeah.
And like you can tell in the podcast because like I don't know, somebody will just say something like, and then they just go off, like being funny.
Yeah. Well, they're hilarious guys. So.
How many episodes of Real Bros of Simi Valley are there?
I only watched one episode.
I've only never seen probably the same one you've seen.
Yeah.
I think I've seen like 2 or 3, but I feel like there's more. There's definitely
Probably.
more. I think they did at least one season.
What was that show that Nick Coletti was on about like this gamer school?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that right now.
Oh my god, what's the name of it? It's like this gamer school, and Evan Breen's on it, and he's like this like weeb.
Oh, he's like a ninja or something.
Yes. Oh my god, what's the name of it? It's bugging me. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Fuck, I can't remember.
It's funny though.
It is.
I watched the whole thing.
Breen show.
Yeah, I watched the first episode at your mom's place.
Jamie, pull this up.
Yeah,
Had to happen.
Jamie should just
Oh,
be here.
Vano Superhero School.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. That's such.
it's a good show.
They only have 3 episodes.
Does
No,
Van
they
still
have
make videos?
I don't think so.
He was huge. There's no way he just stopped.
Are you ready to?
Like that's
I'm ready.
That's a lot of money you'd just be throwing away. Just to upload something.
I don't know. I do not
I
know.
don't know. But yeah, Vanos Gaming was a fucking great show.
I never really watched it.
Sorry. Jamie, pull this up. But yeah, okay, so yeah, the church of what's happening now is Joey Diaz's podcast.
Okay.
And
Joey Diaz has one?
yeah, and Two
I didn't
Bears,
know
One
that.
Cave is Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer's podcast.
I didn't know they have one either.
Yeah, and I watch those guys sometimes. I usually play them like when I'm at work, kind of just in the background, or as I'm falling asleep.
I pretty
shit
much
like
only
that.
know those guys from Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I like their stand-up, especially Tom Segura. I think he's actually my favorite stand-up comedian, besides probably like Louis C.K.
Ricky should do stand up.
I would love to do stand-up. I think it would be pretty funny. They had Paul, you were with me. They had stand-up at Dalhousie recently, and it
Very
was
bad. There was like, okay, some of the people like they weren't good, but like at least they knew how to like roll with the crowd. But this one guy got up, and like right from the start, he was just fucking loud, and I guess he just thought that being loud made him funny. And when people weren't laughing, he just started to get like aggressive and
Get
loud.
more loud, man,
So
yeah.
we just get louder and like call random people out. Like we were like playing pool off to the side, and he's like, guys playing pool over here. You can't laugh.
It's like, yeah.
That's
Nobody's
so
laughing.
embarrassing.
It was like it was painful. I felt bad for him. But then at the end of it, this guy who like puts the stand up.
He was the
thing on for
headline.
Dow. Yeah, he was like the headliner, and he was actually hilarious.
Yeah, he was like this big, fat black guy. He was so funny.
I don't even know if he was a black guy. I think he might have been like
He said the N-word a lot, so I hope he was black.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Fair. Like, was it really quiet? Like, were there much laughter? Was there
Some
much
of the
people,
people, some of
yeah.
the people will get some laughs, like chuckles. I'm like,
Do you think, okay, but in that crowd, do you think Ricky would get laughs or no?
See, I was thinking about it, and I just don't think I would have blended in very well because, for one, everyone's a sensitive crybaby, and I want to go up there and say some funny shit.
okay, see, I feel like the ways that Ricky's funny don't like
It doesn't,
lend
like-
themselves
yeah.
well to stand-up comedy. Like,
yeah.
it's all like pre-planned stuff, right? And like
Nothing I do
the way they do it,
planned.
like people who are good at it, it's like they have like this pre-planned kind of direction that they're going, but
Yeah.
then they can also like roll with punches and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what makes it good. And I think Ricky could roll with punches, but I feel like he would struggle to
Yeah,
follow
I would.
a straight line.
I would go off
and,
on
like,
a tangent, and then
He wouldn't be able to get the crowd to go where he wants them to go.
yeah,
Fair.
that is true. And I feel like you have to practice it a lot too. It's not just like you go up there for one time and just start talking shit. You actually have to like do the same routine over and over again to make sure you're really good at it.
Just ask Kevin Hart. He's been doing the same routine since he started.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Might as well have been.
I'm short and black. Cue laughter.
That was loud.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
So was Kevin Hart's stand-up.
But yeah, so like the people that were there, like they would get a few chuckles, yeah. But there was this one girl who just stood out to me. She was this like lesbian girl, and like every joke she made was about either eating pussy or being a lesbian. That was every punchline.
Yeah.
and it wasn't funny.
That's not funny.
like
It was funny for the first couple.
Yeah,
but
it was funny, yeah.
There was
Yeah.
nothing outside of that.
yeah. It was just that was the and then afterwards we were kind of like this is getting old and it was barely funny the first time. And she kept going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy that bombed was like
He was by far the worst
he was
one.
really bad. I like if someone recorded that could have made the front page cringe. Easily made the front page cringe. I hope this guy I hope we don't know this guy and well actually kind of
No,
do.
we
Fuck you,
definitely
buddy.
don't know this guy.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, honestly, who cares? Yeah. Dell did recently get hit for their fucking liquor license too, so now there's no more stand-up
Dow
comedy.
didn't get hit for their liquor license.
The DSU did.
DSU
Yeah.
refused to follow Dow's simple rules that allowed them to use Dow's liquor license, so now we don't get to drink beer on campus.
Yep, and the rules they weren't following was like, don't let underage people go in, don't serve this many drinks for this deal. It was just stupid
Buy
rules.
an ID scanner.
Yeah, it's simple shit, and they just didn't follow the rules.
There's like bigger issues with it all too, though, because
Yeah,
apparently DSU fired the guy who handled the license like 2 days before they were about to vote to become unionized and stuff,
Yeah.
which I guess is like a big no-no, and I don't know. Apparently DSU is a mess.
It is a mess, yeah.
What's up with the water that's out right now?
That was like one building. I don't know what happened. I got like 5 emails today being like, if you're in this building, you drank water, go to the hospital.
It
Did
was
you?
from...
I don't know. It's
we-
on the main
I don't even think
campus.
we were even there.
We're not part of that
It was
campus.
from like 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. Chemicals got spilt in the water. They didn't specify what chemicals they were,
Yeah.
but apparently it wasn't like lethal, but it was like it can make you very ill. That's all I know. And it was like there was a chemical spill, and then all the water got contaminated.
I wish they would tell us what chemical.
Yeah, I asked the president today. Because the president of like engineering is in my class, and I asked him, and he's like, I don't even know. So they didn't
Probably won't tell anybody.
They won't announce it. So
It's probably lethal.
what if it was like HIV blood or something?
Is that really?
Could
a
you get
chemical?
HIV from that though? Because I
It's-
thought it was like
yeah.
blood-to-blood contact.
Like fucking Charlie
think-
Sheen goes
no,
up and drinks
if-
the water. I think it has to be blood-to-blood contact. I'm like
But-
100% sure.
Like,
It was like herpes
isn't
or
it
something.
like? Can it be contracted through sex?
Yeah.
It has to be blood though. That's why
That's
like,
why,
anal
like,
sex is
It's worse for like passing STIs because you get butthole tears.
yeah.
Right.
Get some blood on your cock.
Been there.
I'm there right now. I'm bleeding this whole time.
What else we got on the
Yeah,
docket?
moving forward.
Been through the first page.
Okay,
Been through the sponsors.
I want to go.
vaping.
Yeah, I want to go to drug conversations because this is like my favorite section.
Well,
So
maybe we should finish on drug conversations then.
yeah, good. You know what? Great idea, Paul.
That is a
You are
good
so
idea, Paul.
This is why you're so smart.
I'm so looking forward to it.
This is why you're so fucking smart.
And okay, so we got gaming conversations, music conversations, and extra topics of conversation.
Yeah.
We got included in that is we got Moose's music. We already talked about our animated show, and we never talked about Ricky's YouTube video with 2.4 million views.
I do
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
that is
yeah.
true.
Yeah. So
Pretty short story, but
Yeah.
I'll let him take it away.
Yeah, so I used to work at my parents' bakery and restaurant, Cedar House. Shout out, maybe they'll sponsor us. Probably not.
Send us free food.
Got a couple free pizzas, maybe a
some
pie.
free pizzas. And my dad did this thing where he uses a drill to peel apples, and it looks fucking cool. So like one day, for no reason, don't know why I did this, I just decided to record him and put it on fucking YouTube, and put it on Reddit, made the front page, and 2.4 million views. I remember we were at. We were swimming or something. I forget where it was, but down.
It was.
Is that when the back
It was in
video
Ross's
was
favorite.
uploaded?
Yes, yeah, that was around that time.
It's when he first put the video up, and it was like at like 50 and 60,000 views.
And it
we're
was
like,
going
oh,
up,
fuck,
yeah.
This is crazy. Like we looked at it, was like 50K, and we went swimming for like an hour. We come back, it was like 150K,
100K,
and we were
it
like,
was-
what happened? And like that night, it like hit 1 million views, and we're like,
Yeah.
man, this is crazy.
It hit 1 million views at least within 5 days. I think it was. It was
Yeah.
like it was insane. And eventually, this company, I forget the name of the company, but they like went
Well,
to me.
BuzzFeed covered it.
Yeah,
Well,
BuzzFeed covered
stole
it.
it.
Yeah, BuzzFeed
They-
stole it and
fuck
didn't.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah, like basically BuzzFeed like downloaded my video, didn't credit me, and posted the video of their
And
download.
I don't
to
know
their,
if you saw
page.
it, but they used it in one of their life hack videos.
Yeah, they did, and so did
where they
crazy
stole
Yeah.
Russian hacker also did too.
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah. He
I actually
wow.
looked
the
that
same
one up.
thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hacker's hilarious.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. But yeah, so this company like came forward to me and they were like, "Well, we want to buy rights to your video. Here's a big long contract." Me being stupid, they were like, "We're going to give you 500 euros a week," and I was like, "Fuck it." So I signed it, and the contract was only for a year and a half, but I think I made like at least 1,800 Canadian dollars in total from it. That's all I made. And
That
looking,
sucks.
But it's
It
better than
sucks,
the fact
but-
that he had a non-monetized video with 2.4 million views. He wasn't going to make a dime off of.
yeah,
It's
and,
true.
And the thing is, like,
2.4
yeah.
And this was around the time when YouTube like first put in the thing.
It
where
doesn't really pay well to begin with. Like 2.4 million views
Yeah,
is like $4,000.
Yeah.
Probably not even with the CPMs you'd be
No.
getting with
I
like.
think it was
He'd have
$2,400.
like no.
Yeah.
What's it called when you have like,
Monetization.
not like you have a company that like manages your shit, kind of. They get you better CPMs.
Yeah, I don't know
Like
what it's called. but yeah.
Machinima would have been one.
Oh,
Maker
yeah,
Studios.
yeah.
All that. Anyway, they get you more money, get you better ads. But
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have had that, so he'd be getting like bottom of the barrel CPMs. And this is the time
It's
when
like- it was
YouTube
just
was switching
introducing it,
over.
yeah.
No, YouTube was switching over to the thing where like your channel had to have like a minimum of 100,000 views
Yeah.
to even be monetized, and like
Yep. And like that's why so I would have got nothing from it if this company hadn't approached me. So it was either that or nothing. So it wasn't a lot of money, but
They don't pay you anymore?
not anymore. No, it was a contract for
I
a
just
year
remember
and a
for a
half.
while you would just look in your
Yeah.
PayPal and see money.
It was like $800 one day. I was like, fuck it. That's why I bought this this mic and shit. Like
Yeah, for
I
your
bought it with
PayPal.
this shit, right? And it was cool at the
I've
time.
you've given me your PayPal to buy things.
Yeah, it's just like I had a fucking ton of. I was balling. was fucking balling.
While we're on the topic of YouTube, what have you been watching lately, YouTube-wise?
I watch a lot of just like PewDiePie.
Yeah,
I wish they
Minecraft.
would upload more Minecraft videos.
No.
Him and Jacksepticeye, like.
You know who I watch a lot of? There's a guy from Soot House who has a Minecraft channel now. I forget his name. Wilbur Soot.
Wilbur's hilarious.
He's awesome. He does gaming stuff and he does like these Minecraft challenges. And I watch a lot of him now. I watch him and PewDiePie. I also watch a lot of Modern Warfare videos too. Now that came out, so and I know Paul is obsessed with this game. As am I.
I don't watch really any
don't watch any
YouTube
videos,
videos. I've watched a few streams. Like I was watching Jericho on release night because of the whole debacle where no one could get online for a while, and I just sat in his stream and watched him not connect to the fucking servers until I got connected.
Took me 2.5 hours to connect to the servers.
Is that how long it took?
It was a
12:30.
It was a full hour after I got connected, and we were on the same internet in the same
Yeah,
location.
it made no
Yeah.
sense. I think they were just randomly picking things and then people go
Yeah,
through.
I don't know.
We were together when the Call of Duty dropped.
Yeah.
We were in the same room, and
Like sweaty nerds.
yeah, we were sweating. We got Mountain
I
Dew
came
and
shortly
Doritos.
after.
Yeah,
Had
you
to
showed
get
up
get
late.
those double XP codes.
Yeah,
Came and get some Greco pizza and dipped.
yeah. It was Domino's.
Oh, sorry, I like Greco better.
Yeah, I should do like a Greco better too. Shout out to
Greco
Connor
is
Penny.
better, but I got the half off code for Domino's. So
I get deals from Greco. We could have got Greco.
Yeah.
could you have got half off though? Like half off every
No,
pizza?
maybe not. Did they do that? Did they do that? That sale for like COD?
No, it's
It's
a,
like
it's,
COD
a, it's a
release
student deal. They
Yeah.
like at school they were like some guy was walking around handing out these little business cards with a code to use to get half off if you were a student, and it's been
Wow.
like a year and a half and it's still working. So
Damn.
Yeah, but it's good fucking pizza.
Shout out to Domino's.
Shout out to Connor Penny.
that's Greco.
I think. What is my name in at Greco? North Sydney Greco? Because he put my name in as something weird.
He put it as Moose Can Fly, didn't he?
Moose can fly.
No.
Fucking sucks or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It has curses in it. That's all I know.
Yeah, Connor was not a great employee for Greco.
No,
Yeah.
but he would give me
when
cookie
when all
dough.
the boys
Yeah,
knew
free
worked there,
slices,
it was
yeah.
like you could just walk in and like tip them $2 and eat whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Give me some
Yeah.
breadsticks or something. Like you got a tip? Like I got $2 in my pocket. Like perfect.
I would just go and get a free slice at the end of the night when they were closing.
Yeah,
Then you'd have to be the end of the night. If,
This is-
No, true. I would
if they
come
were
in.
working, you could walk in and be like, "Hey, man, you want to spot me a slice?" And be like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I used to always go in for their free pop and just I wouldn't even.
It
ask
wasn't
them.
free.
I would,
It was free for you.
Yeah, for me. I'm sorry.
You make it
Just
sound like
take it.
Greco's just tossing pop it.
I would go in and not even tell them. I would just reach around the counter and grab one of the cups and just fill out my cup and get some fucking Coke Zero.
Should I tell the Coke Zero?
So yeah. So while we're on the sort of topic of gaming,
We'll get the whole Modern Warfare
yeah.
topic out of the way.
yeah, exactly. So what is your favorite Call of Duty prior to Modern Warfare?
Okay, first of all, is this new game better than any Call of Duty you played?
Okay, it's getting a ton of hate because it's a real slow game compared to like the last 4 titles. Like ever since Ghosts, Call of Duty like switched to like this super fast paced
Yeah.
like Twitch game, like not like
Competitive.
like you're just twitching around type of thing. Yeah, we gotta be moving. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So it's a huge difference from that. It's really slow. There's a lot of people just sitting in corners and stuff, and people are getting really pissed off because their kill death ratio is not as high as it used to be because they're getting killed by guys sitting up in a window. But I'm really enjoying it. It feels more like it did in like Modern Warfare 2, stuff like that. Black Ops.
Yeah.
And one of those two, to answer your question, would be one of my favorites. Either Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, and I don't know which one.
I would say Black Ops for
They're
me.
pretty close for me.
Because I played Black Ops in its prime. I didn't play Modern Warfare 2 in its prime.
I played Modern Warfare 2 at Christmas. That was my first Call of Duty when it came out.
Modern Warfare 2 had like Rust and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
That
was
is
the
my
original.
favorite.
So I
Yeah.
played that one like a fair amount, but not like crazy a lot. And then Black Ops I played more of, but at the time this is when like fucking phase and optic quick scoping was like the big thing on YouTube. So I was like, I was gonna be a fucking
Mom, get the camera.
phase grizz cam kid. So
Well,
I was
you got a PVR.
really wanted to be
Yeah.
into the quick scoping scene, and that whole like scene moved back to Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops came out because they kind of tried to get rid of quick scoping.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2 during that year too. But Black Ops, like thinking back, it was like the most excited I was probably for a game. Actually, no, probably Black Ops 2 I was most excited for. But I was super into Call of Duty at that point.
Yeah, you were
Because
full on
after Black
sweaty.
Ops, I sold my PS4 and I didn't have any kind of gaming system because I wasn't really doing a lot. But then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I bought a system a couple days after Modern Warfare 3 released, and I probably logged about 20 days on that game. Like, I played way too much. But that was over the whole life cycle of the game. Black Ops 2 came out, and I went to the midnight release with your uncle.
Yeah.
Didn't tell my mother I had a math test in the morning. Tried to keep it a secret because I knew she wouldn't let me go. She found out, made me come home. But Paul like picked the game up for me because he was there, right? And he was like, yeah, when I get home, I'll just leave it on my door. And he texted me when he get home. I just stayed up. So it was like 2 o'clock in the
So
morning.
sweaty.
I walked over to his house and I grabbed the game off his door and I played it until I had to go to school the next morning. And on that game, come out like somewhere around November 10th, like between like the 8th and the 12th or something. And between that time and December 10th, probably a month worth of game, I put 10 days played on that game. I was almost
That's a third of the time.
I was almost master prestige, like as high as level you could be.
That's fun.
And
Yeah.
and then like there was one day where Dad asked me to bring in some firewood. Like this is he that was like my only chore was to bring in firewood when we needed it because it was winter and it was fucking cold. So, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it in a minute. I kept playing like an hour later, down again. He's like, you gotta get that firewood. And I was like, oh yeah, just after this match. 2 hours later, you come down, the internet just shut off. Right? Never got that internet back. And I like stopped playing Call of Duty from like Black Ops 2 until World War 2, and I think between that there was Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Infinite Warfare,
yeah.
and Black Ops 3.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
one.
4 titles that I didn't play once.
They all sucked though, so you didn't miss much. Honestly.
No, and I didn't even really want to play it at the time. I don't
Yeah.
know, like
What was that like for you mentally?
when like
Let's see.
when I first got to think like I was like in grade 9, so I thought fucking video games were the coolest thing in the world. So I was.
You wanted to be a streamer or like a YouTube maker.
No, I genuinely thought I was gonna go pro
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty at the time.
Yeah.
Like I was a lot better then than I am now, but I was nowhere near good enough to play pro Call of Duty. But I genuinely thought that like, I was like, yeah, if I keep working at it, man, I'm gonna be a
keep
fucking
working
COD
at
pro,
it.
and that's gonna be my living. I'm gonna show Dad telling me not to play so much video games. But like, anyway. As soon as he took it away, like I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I had no fucking idea. So, because like it had been like probably a year and a half at that point, where all I did every day is like I'm home from school. Like you get off school at what 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I would play video games until 10 o'clock, and go to bed and wake up in the morning and go to school, rinse and repeat, every single night. So I had like no access at all. No idea what to do, so I watched Trailer Park Boys start to finish. Me and Maddie, we get home from school, and we'd walk to the Florence Corner store. We kept the store in business for like a year, I swear to God. We'd walk to the Florence Corner, and we'd buy cans of Pepsi. I'd buy like 5 of them, right? $1 each. I could have bought a fucking 12-pack at the grocery store, but Dad refused to pick up pop for me. I was paying for it. Like I had a paper route, so I had like enough money to support my fucking Pepsi and fucking Doritos.
Dr.
habit.
Pepper.
Yeah, so that he wouldn't get it for me. So I'd go and I'd spend like $5 on fucking cans of Pepsi and another $5 on candy, chips, and chocolate. And we'd go home, lay on my couch, and fucking watch Trailer Park Boys or Leafs games. Like we'd watch Trailer Park Boys from like getting over school like 2:30, walk to store, get back at 3 o'clock. From 3 o'clock till 8, we would watch Trailer Park Boys, and then from like 8 till 11, we watch a hockey game, and then go to bed.
Was this around the same time you were watching Breaking Bad? Because I remember...
I did watch Breaking Bad. Like, when... After I rewatched fucking... Trailer Park Boys for, like, the 4th time. Like, every episode. Like, I watched every episode. Like, I've seen every episode probably 6 times now.
That's so fucked.
But after that, I was like, oh, I gotta watch something different. So I started watching Shameless and Breaking Bad. So I watched the entire thing of Breaking Bad. So I was far enough behind on Breaking Bad that I couldn't catch up to the show. So, like, it finished before I caught up to it. So I watched every episode once. Shameless, I caught up on all the episodes. And then I didn't watch the new season when it came out at the time, which there's probably, like, 2 new seasons since that one came out. And then I watched the season that had come out, and I tried to restart the whole thing to catch back up, but I just gave up on that.
You know you're desperate when you're watching Shameless and Breaking Bad.
I don't think so. Shameless is hilarious, and Breaking
It
Bad
is-
is one
it
of
is-
the best shows ever.
I haven't watched it, so I'm just talking shit.
Shameless. I've watched like 2 episodes. It's really good.
I saw the first episode of Breaking Bad, and that's it.
Breaking Bad gets
I
way
watched-
better after the first season. I
I
find. Then it
watched
kind of
one
declines in the
episode
end seasons.
with you.
Of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, because you brought me over and there was nothing else to do. You're like,
No
let's
Call of
watch
Duty.
Breaking Bad.
Do you remember when? Because like the thing that wouldn't let me on the internet was the fact that Dad like had I don't know. I guess there's something on it was parental controls on the Xbox that he had set so that and he had a password, right? And I literally went through and I wrote down probably 3,000 different possibilities of the password.
Oh my god!
Because it was
Wow. I didn't know
it was a 4-digit password, right? So you go through like all the possibilities of 4 digits,
Oh my god! I did not know this till right now.
and it was only like XAYB or something like it was like
Yeah.
the.
Oh, it
It
was
could only
like
be
the 4.
some,
Yeah.
Oh.
some variation of that. And I was just trying, and I eventually just gave up. But I remember probably a couple months after the fact, because Black Ops 2 was still in its life cycle, I made a deal with you because you would run it alive, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'll buy you a 3-month live card. You give me your Xbox for a month, and you can have the other 2 months alive.
I remember this.
You were like a drug addict, man.
Man, it was bad. Like, I was legitimately addicted to Call of Duty. I don't know. It was
funny.
bad.
That's pretty funny though. Yeah. So I like to reiterate what I said before. I think MW3 was actually my favorite Call of Duty, and I think that's actually the game you have the most hours played on, right? Or is it Black Ops?
Technically, yeah, if for the amount of like, because I played that for the full life cycle of the game, so it was. I don't know if I hit 20 days, but it was like 19 and a half or 20
Yeah.
days played. So that's my most on a Call of Duty game.
Did MW3 come out
Maybe
before Black
year-
Ops 2? Or was it?
Yeah, I went Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Because like I thought that you were in your prime sweaty years when MW3 was out, not Black Ops 2.
No, that was kind of like the start of the sweaty years.
Wait, did you miss MW3 too?
No.
No, because Black Ops 1, then MW3 was like the first one where like I really played video games like too much. Like it wasn't like as bad as it was in Black Ops 2, but when Black Ops 2 came out, like it was bad.
Fuck.
So besides Call of Duty, what's your favorite game of all time?
Okay, one second.
Send
I
this-
remember,
okay,
I
yeah,
remember
okay.
when Black Ops 2 came out, me and Aaron Power, the opening weekend, that I always do double XP weekend. Me and Aaron Power both put up over 2 prestiges
Wow.
In the
in the
first
first
weekend?
weekend.
That's
How many
crazy.
hours do you think you played during those weekends?
Probably 3 days. I think the game came out on like a Tuesday. And like from that Tuesday until the Monday, I probably had 3 days. So like 12 hours a day.
I was gonna say because I thought it was just Saturday and Sunday. I was like, how'd you play
And
3 days? in
that
2
only
days?
counts like in-game time. So like the 2 minutes you gotta wait between games and lobby doesn't count or anything. So
Oh my God.
probably like 15 hours a day.
So yeah. What was your favorite game other than Call? I'm like send this off to you because like I know like you play Call of Duty and stuff, but like there are other games that you played too.
Skate 3.
He never,
yeah.
Moose never really played Call of Duty. Like he'd play like,
I would play with you guys.
he'd like join up in a party and play with us, but he would. if
I
he
was
just had-
I was into quick scopes for a bit. I wasn't good, but like I would try.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun. Like I remember there was a point where I wanted to get good at Call of Duty, specifically because you guys were good.
Well, Paul
And
was good.
Paul was good,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I have to beat him in a 1v1. So I have
Was
to
that
be
your
good.
goal?
Pretty much.
There was one day in Modern Warfare 3, I was in a party. I think it was like Matthew Frazier and Aaron Power or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I know Aaron Power was there, and I think Matty Jessam was there. And Shaw was like talking some shit about how he beat me in a 1v1 or something. So I started up a
I know
1v1.
the
It was
story.
me and him, and we had like everyone watching us.
Oh, because you
So,
could
like,
spectate.
Yeah, but I put it on so like radar was always on, right? And
Give me one, Rick.
I was wiping the floor with him. Yeah, give me one too. I was wiping the floor with him, and he's like going on. He's like, "Yo, you only beat me because of the radar or whatever." Like it was. I wasn't spanking him in this one. Like I was up by a couple kills. It wasn't that bad. So then I was like, "Fine, I'll end it and I'll turn the radar off." So I muted everybody in the party, turned the radar off, and turned my like $350 fucking headset up as high as it could go. And I sat in the middle of the map. It was on Dome, and there was this big tank, right? And I'd lay there. I killed him off the first spawn, right? And I laid by the thing, and I would hear the sound it made when he respawned, and I'd know where he was, and I'd aim that way, and I'd wait till I hear his footsteps either direction. There's only like 3 ways he can come up, and I think I beat him like fucking 20-1 or something. I would just hear him walk to me. I knew every corner he was gonna walk around.
You were like special ops, like legit.
I was like sweating hard.
like headphones in, you're like, okay.
Like
I hear him,
you could
I
have
hear him over there.
been sitting right next to me, and I wouldn't have heard a word you said. Actually,
Well, you actually wouldn't hear a word anyway,
Yeah,
because
you
when I
wouldn't-
came
you were so
over and you were
focused.
playing COD, the only way I could talk to you was if I set up the Xbox in the living room and played in a party with you. That was the only way we would communicate.
That was only after like Modern Warfare 3. When like Modern Warfare 2 came out, I didn't have a headset or anything, so me and you would just go back and forth. And do you remember we'd like play games and like, because like I didn't even know what a kill death ratio was at this point, so we didn't care. We would like sit in corners with like a fucking USB 45 because we wanted the tack knife attachment.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'd be like playing on like 5 kills a game. We take like 15 games to get. You needed 75 kills for the tactical knife, and that's what we do all night until we unlocked it.
Yeah, it was like you were basically like hiring me to like help you.
We just go back and forth, but it was fun.
No, it was fun. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. We had like a mission. It was like, okay, if you're gonna come over, this is what I need to unlock. Let's do it.
Yeah. There was in Modern Warfare 3 though, where you were saying like I never listened. Like Maddie would come over like every day, but he'd just like sit on my bed, right?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't really talk to me. I'd keep one earphone off so I could kind of hear him, but
But you wouldn't listen.
I was too focused on the game to even know what he was saying.
During this
There was one day he like broke up with his first girlfriend during this time. So he's like on my bed like fucking crying. And the other shit,
playing
he's
God.
like, I think I'm gonna go home, and I'm like, all right, man, have a good day.
You didn't give a fuck, man.
Such a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
During this time, was I your guys' friends this time? I
Not
imagine.
mine.
I don't think
You
I
were
was.
Paul Ryan's
No,
friend.
you didn't really. You played COD with us the
Sometimes,
odd time, but it was
yeah.
more through like Matthew Frazier that you played with us.
True, yeah, because like I was like best friends with Matthew Frazier at the time. Like he was my best friend.
We were friends like the same way that I would say. I can't even think anyone from CVU that I'm like barely friends with anymore because like most of the guys I'm like close friends with now.
Who's that?
But like at the time, like the way that I was like friends with like Sean in first year or second year, I guess.
Yeah.
We didn't really start talking to them.
Yeah.
The way I was friends with Sean at that time in first year was how I was friends with you.
Just like
at this
neutral
time.
friends. Yeah.
But I don't know how I became friends with Rick.
Probably walking home from TL.
It was
No.
something. I don't think it was that because we didn't walk home together.
No.
He didn't go that way. He took the bus and stuff, didn't he?
No, we
I-
definitely walked home because Jimmy
I-
used to beat the fucking piss out of him every day on the walk home.
But that would happen. But I would walk with Travis
yeah.
and Jimmy.
And I wasn't friends with Travis this time
Yeah,
either.
exactly. So you wouldn't walk with us.
But I remember. I think I actually became friends with Travis first because I remember I used to bike to his house
Where
with
did
like
I don't even know where I met you.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think of it right now because like I remember I was friends with like Trevor McKeegan, Aaron Power, and Hayden Latham, and we would be hanging out with Travis.
Okay. It was around the time we hung out with Dwayne and Aaron,
Yeah, I think we just
and we would go for
started-
drives. And
No,
I think
it was definitely when we started going for drives. I think we just
Yeah.
picked Ricky up randomly one day.
yeah.
We just
Probably as a
'cause
meme.
I think like Dwayne or Aaron was like, yeah, let's pick up Ricky, like because we had like an extra seat.
Yeah,
so we picked
Probably.
Ricky up.
And I
And
wasn't even
this
that
was
close.
the time where you and Maddie didn't get along.
Oh,
So
I
you
forgot
and
about that.
Maddie couldn't be in the car at the same time
Yeah.
together.
You know what? I think you know what I think happened. I think you were in the car and they couldn't pick up Maddie, so you picked up me instead. I think that's legit what happened.
Probably.
Or something on those lines.
And then at that point
We
it was
needed
probably
we needed an extra $5 for gas money.
yeah.
Yeah,
I never
back
paid
in the-
gas money anyway.
Back in the day
so-
when you had to pay $5 for gas money.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. That was like a rule.
Yeah, and
I
the thing-
never did it, but
I mean, you guys did it. Because I remember you were the first person to get your license. So you would drive us, you and Dwayne.
it was crazy. Bro, you literally wouldn't pick me up if I didn't have $5 to give you for gas.
I
You're
had
like-
no job. We were all poor and we were just
Bro,
But I okay, actually, now that I think about it, that was just like a dick thing because it was like I was driving whether you were there or not.
Yeah.
I
Whether
know.
you contributed to the gas.
Yeah.
But at
You're
the
like,
time, I was
well,
like, man,
I'll just-
I can't afford to drive. You're not gonna be $5. in
I'll
gas."
just pick somebody else up who gives me $5. Like
You probably have said
it's
that.
literally pay to be your
It was
friend.
like a fucking taxi where you just drove around aimlessly and pocked you and your chickens all day.
yeah.
I think I was the best for giving gas money. I think I always give gas money. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
and you were the
Yeah.
best for not taking it.
Yeah, I never took gas money either. I was
Ricky
like,
was
I
always
was-
a gem on that because he was the only person who had a fucking job in grade 9.
True, yeah. I was working since like grade 7. Fuck's sake. Paper route, and then work at the Cedar House. So I always had like a little money to burn, so I didn't give a fuck.
I don't even know how I got money at that time because I didn't start doing video. When I started doing video, that was like
You were still in junior high when you started, I think.
Yeah.
no, I,
I
was
think
in
you were
grade
in grade
10.
9. No, because I think
It was October 13th, 2000, whatever. It was the beginning of grade 10 for me. So you guys were in grade 11.
Do you know the exact date of the first time you made money off a video?
It was probably the first Mitchell Bailey video.
No, I did it for free.
Oh,
that was
It
the
was
breakfast
the
one?
Michael
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there for that, actually.
Craft Dinner.
Yeah.
I tried to find that song the other day and I couldn't.
Yeah, I think I have it somewhere.
I remember before you were friends with Mitchell Bailey.
I tried
and,
to
like,
find it because Michael Mumbercat was playing at the Pint. I was like, holy fuck, Craft Dinner. I looked up Michael Mumbercat Craft Dinner and I couldn't find a fucking thing.
Yeah, he
I
took
was
it
kind of
down.
disappointed. It was a fun song.
Yeah, I know.
I-
I have it. I have it somewhere.
Did he get like shit for it or something? Like
No, I think he just hates it because it's like,
he was young.
yeah, it's like one
Yeah.
of those things. The
Yeah.
video was terrible. Like,
You guys
Whatever.
were young. Who cares?
it's
don't
just
know.
funny.
It kind of made me smile. 'Cause
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
piece of bologna. 3 inches
You guys should
thick.
re-upload it just for the nostalgic.
I don't think he'd let me.
Whatever. But like, okay, I remember like before you were like friends with Mitchell Bailey, you were like showing me his music, and he had his like early morning cartoons. Like
It was good.
Yeah, it was actually good. I remember that. And you'd be like, man, listen to this. This is fire. Like,
It's fire.
This is fire. It's probably like before fire was even a thing.
Yeah.
No, see, the thing is, we kind of made fun of Mitchell a bit, like when we'd be like driving with Ricky, because like
Yeah,
remember, like,
yeah.
I remember like Jordan Burns and then posting like pictures of like his like first album or like mixtape cover on like
Yeah.
Instagram, being honest, you were like, yeah, it's probably so fucking trash
Yeah,
and all
we-
this
we used
stuff.
to rip on him
But then
a
you
lot.
like started working with him and you were like, man, it's actually pretty good. Like you should actually listen to it before you decide it's trash. And we were like,
It was good. Like
it's
it
actually
was,
pretty good.
Yeah.
it was weird when like, cause I didn't really listen to like local anything
yeah.
at that point, and especially like a local hip hop artist. It's like, okay, what do you have?
Yeah.
What do you
All
have?
we listened to was like fucking Drake and Kendrick Lamar on repeat and Ricky
and
Scar all
and
day.
Tyler
Pretty
the
much, yeah.
Creator and
Yeah.
Odd Future. It's like, so it was like, where okay, what can someone from here even be like talking about that's like interesting?
We
but
never.
it was good.
yeah.
It was like bars and I don't know. It was like yeah.
we
And
never gave him
I felt
fair
like for a
chance.
while you guys always kind of like didn't want to hear it.
Probably for a bit, but like after we like got used to it and we were like,
There
it's
were-
actually
I never
good.
hated it, but then
Yeah, I
like,
never
it was
hated
like
it either.
early on, and then you showed us Bounce, and that was an actual
Gumby
banger.
Gumby.
Yeah,
I
I know.
loved it.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I still have that on my iPod in there. I have Bounce downloaded to it.
That's crazy that
Yeah.
you can't even find that on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
Shout out Mitchell Bailey, man.
Shout out Mitchell
Yeah,
Bailey.
shout out to Mitchell Bailey.
Big things, bro.
Love you.
What was that? Who's that artist that made another smoking song? Do you remember him? Trey Simmons.
It's Trey Timmons.
Trey Timmons.
T.
Yeah.
Treasy.
T. Treasy. Yeah.
He goes by I forget. I think he just goes by Trey Timmons now, which is
I
good.
follow
It's
his
a better
Instagram.
name.
He
I
has,
think
like,
it's better
face
than
tats.
T-Treasy for sure.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah. I actually liked that another smoking song. I had that downloaded to my iPod too.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I
the
actually
whole
like that
album was
song.
really good. He was
Yeah.
good.
This is way back in the day. But like,
Fuck.
yeah, we never really gave those guys a fair chance. We were kind of just like, oh yeah, like what are these guys
That's
going
like
to bring to the
that's
table?
like what everybody does though. It's like
It's true.
Remember when Chance the Rapper was actually good and he put out
acid rap.
Acid rap.
Back in the day, when he was actually not talking about his wife every second bar.
And God.
And God, yeah,
That did you guys listen to the new Kanye album?
I didn't know. I,
didn't
don't even.
know. I
want
just-
to.
I listened
read
to
the
it
Reddit comments on it and I was like, not even gonna
start to
bother.
finish.
Not even gonna
It's
bother.
like
It's like absolute trash.
it's like the Lord this, the Lord that. Literally, like it's.
See,
And I just don't.
Kanye's
Like, I don't
just on
really
another
care.
level right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
See, like I kind of feel bad because like I know he's like really badly bipolar.
His mental health is
Yeah,
Yeah.
He has like he needs to be on medication or something, and like. There's actually a thing going around where like Kim Kardashian is like purposely keeping him off his medication to get like publicity to like so he'd do stupid shit like that.
I wonder if that's.
I mean,
I don't
that's
know if
her
it's
whole-
true or not.
She's
This is a
literally
conspiracy.
famous because she fucked somebody
Yeah,
on camera.
it's true, I guess. I don't know
Her
if that's
father
true.
was an
but,
Olympian. Like,
Yeah. Her father, who is now Caitlyn Jenner.
I can't have input on this conversation.
Very true. Understandable.
I mean, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
It's,
But
I mean, that's true.
I mean,
As
you
long
can
as
say
she's happy, let her be.
Yeah, exactly. If they're happy, who cares? But we can say that we don't like his album because it's fucking sucks.
It's not my cup of tea.
But then again, I haven't listened to it yet. So what am I saying?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
talking shit.
you
I'm
might
talking
like
shit.
it. I don't like it.
I might like
I don't.
it.
I want to hear like
Since
classic-
Kanye's Ultra Thought, I find he's kind of gone like, it was like banger album,
Waves,
just
man.
okay.
Up and down.
Banger album, just okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that he
was the
goes
last
up and
one?
down.
Life
Yay.
of Pablo was the last one before.
No,
this, right?
Yay.
Yay
And
was
Yay,
good. I
Yay
like
was
Yay.
amazing.
Okay,
I
Ye-
thought
Ye
that
was
was
good,
amazing.
and Life
Ye
of
was really
Pablo
good.
before Life of Pablo was like so good.
Yeah,
it was
I really
good.
like
yeah,
Life of Pablo.
both of those were really good.
And then what was that one he did with
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi?
Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See
I-
Ghosts. That was.
I didn't like really dive into that, but there are a few songs that I love off of it.
Yeah.
There's one, I forget the name of it. It has like a Christmas sample on it. Oh my god, what's the name of it? I don't know, but that I like that album. Not as much as Life of Pablo, and not as much as Gay. But
When I was going through the Reddit comments about his most recent album, someone was mentioning this time that he went through like a couple years ago, and I don't remember it happening, so I don't know if it's true, but did this happen? Did Kanye have a point where like he wouldn't go out and do shit because he thought Jay-Z had hired like shooters to kill him, and he was like tweeting shit like if anyone's talking to Jay-Z, tell him to get in touch, man, I want to like squash the beef, like I don't want to die type of shit. Did that happen?
I don't.
I haven't heard of it.
No, really, but like they do have beef. So I wouldn't really doubt it, especially with Kanye's like mental health. I'm sure he would like.
He's probably like coming
And
up with things in
honestly,
his
like
head.
I don't think Jay-Z would hire shooters, but like
Jay-Z's way too like
rich and
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's too
too
big to do that.
influential
Something
at
like
this
that.
point to be into that shit.
Why would he risk to like ruining his like billion-dollar career, literally?
There's
over
shit
something
that happens
like
where like you see like people like 6ix9ine who's still like doing all like the gangbang
Yeah.
shit and getting in trouble for it. Where it's like I can still understand how like they're not separating their lives from that, but when you reach a level of like a Jay-Z or a Dre or a Kanye or one
Yeah.
of things like that, you're so wealthy that like
It doesn't even matter.
you have to separate your like
Yeah.
you just you don't even separate yourself.
Well,
You're just
at that
automatically
point,
separated from
at that point,
lifestyle.
they would have like a business mentality where they can't
Yeah.
associate with certain people or certain whatever because it would
It's
just
actually
look
really
bad on
weird.
their business.
It's weird when you look at people like Jay-Z and Dr. Dre and it's all business deals.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got someone like 50 Cent who just got lucky that Smart Water took off.
Wait, is that his?
It's not his, but he like, invested in it.
He didn't even invest. I think it was for like he might have invested. I think it was like a shout out type of thing where like they paid him in like shares for like
That's
a
crazy. I love
sponsorship
Smart
type
Water.
thing. And
Shout out Smart Water.
and like
Maybe they'll sponsor
Smart
us.
Water like absolutely skyrocketed and he made like 350 mil off it or something.
Wasn't
That's
he
wild.
broke at one point or bankrupt or something like that?
He was bankrupt, but like
Quote,
and
unquote,
then he
bankrupt.
found
Smart Water.
a couple mil. No. He was bankrupt after Smart Water.
Yeah.
He found like a couple $1 million worth of Bitcoin on a thumb drive or something.
I don't know if that's
Why aren't we?
Like
Why
active.
aren't we doing like Bitcoin? Why aren't we like mining Bitcoin right now?
because we need like a
Apparently,
really
Bitcoin
that's
mining is
impossible.
a very inefficient way to make money.
It's like I actually tried it one day just to see how much I had to make. I made 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin in like 10 minutes, and it was worth like 1/100th of a cent. So it was like no
Bro,
point.
Okay,
on the
so
computer,
I
I
was
was
like-
like at
I have
Dalhousie.
there's like a Bitcoin wallet app, and I was looking. You can
Okay,
convert American.
That's for
to,
trading, like
Yeah.
buying and selling.
Yeah, it's like-
if you're
yeah.
mining Bitcoin though, like the cost to actually have a computer capable
It's more
of
now.
mining Bitcoin is so insane.
so I couldn't do it with my MacBook.
Definitely not.
You
no.
could do it, but it's going to be super slow and you're not going to make a dime. But if you want to actually, there's no way that you can like optimize
I
your
don't
processing power.
How do they even
to actually
mine
make
it?
money.
It's
Well,
it's the
it's
internet.
algorithms.
Yeah,
man.
they,
it's
like, tap
very
into your
complex
computer.
algorithms, and you're like solving this algorithm.
So you can just
And like
find
every time
Bitcoin.
somebody solves a piece,
Yeah,
that's a Bitcoin.
That's
comes
so
out.
fucked.
it's very complicated. And,
It's on the rise again.
Yeah, I know.
It'll probably
it's
never
huge.
hit
It was like
fucking 20K
point.
again.
I think
No.
0.8 is like 8,000 US. 0.8 of a Bitcoin.
What was that app we use? Trading 212.
Trading 212.
Yeah,
You're
I
fucking
remember,
up
I
money.
remember we like.
Yeah, I learned I'll be a terrible investor.
Yeah,
I was like looking into forex trading. Kyle was like looking into it. It's really interesting and it's like seems pretty easy if you like just pay attention to the.
Ocean Kale are really into trading.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is O'Shea still in
If
trading?
you have a grand to put into forex trading, like you can easily come up.
No, you can't easily.
Yeah.
If you don't have a little bit of knowledge, like people
Yeah,
think
I
it's
feel like
easy.
it's-
No,
people,
but
but
if-
people see people that are like, oh yeah, I just invested in this small company and their
but
penny stock
used
turned
the
out to worth
practice
$10.
app. I used the practice app and I did well.
but
But that's a practice app,
yeah.
and it's probably
It's
leaned
probably a
towards
scam.
helping because those companies are making money every time you trade on their app.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you to trade.
I also feel like the practice part makes you invest into like real money, and then when you actually invest real money, you end up losing money. I feel like that practice is like getting confidence built, so then you'll put real
Fair.
money into it.
Ever want r/Wall Street bets?
No.
And everyone on that now.
That's when I learned I don't know a fucking thing about trading, and they're all like clowns anyway. Most of them, like it's like they'll like post in their losses
Honk.
and shit. It's kind of funny. But like there was one guy who like I don't even know how to explain it, but he did this thing where like he bought some sort of share. I don't even know. I think share is like a certain word, so like that wouldn't even apply in this case. But like he bought shares of this company and he sold them all and he made like a $200K profit. But I guess he sold them too early for something that was like in the deal of the share or something. So then when that other guy actually cashed them in, he ended up losing like 50K.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like the
pretty
guy,
facts.
the initial guy lost 50K. So instead of making 200K, he lost 50.
And this was like a random guy on Reddit. Like this wasn't a guy who like does investing a lot.
No, but
Okay,
like
yeah.
yeah, exactly. It was a guy.
Yeah,
who-
this is a rant.
But there's a lot of guys. There's guys on there that'll post like big wins, but
But they probably have background in investing and they know what they're doing.
there was it's Optic something or other. There's one of the guys in Optic. He's like an OG guy. He's not like a pro gamer or anything, but he was like part of the original guys, and he was on Optic X podcast, and he was talking about how he turned like 50K into like 950K investing, but then he lost like over half of that. Because like Optic X had mentioned, like the whole like pro team was thinking like we're gonna take this $250,000 in pro winnings that we got, and we're gonna give them to you and let you invest them because we'll like triple that money or something. And he's like, yeah, if you would have did that, you probably would have lost every penny. He's like, at the time, I didn't know enough about it, and it was really just gambling.
I feel like
There's
a lot
like an
of it is
actual like
gambling.
real. It's all like chance and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely like a gamble to it.
There-
But I feel like having as much knowledge as you can about the subject is going to maximize your chances of.
Kyle did meet this kid though. He's like literally he's my age, I think. And he's like really fucking rich. And that's how Kyle got into Forex, is because he was into Forex and he like taught Kyle like the ins and the outs of it. And this kid's like,
Please tell me this kid's not one of those YouTube pre-roll lads who's
No,
driving around
no,
in his
no.
Porsche.
He was-
He's like, I just
he was
keep
just at the skate park.
$300 million
He was at the skate park.
investing.
Here in my garage.
he was at the skate park and they were like talking and like he had like big money.
And there's a ton of stories like that where like guy who never had like any finance degree or anything, no knowledge of the stock market, makes a ton of money. But for every one guy
Yeah.
who got rich off it,
You only hear the good
there's
stories.
1,000 guys who lost everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
You only hear the good
it's not
ones.
as easy as that one guy's going to make it seem. Because for that guy, it was easy. Because he got lucky. Somebody is going to make a bunch of money in the stock market.
Yeah.
But for every guy that makes a bunch of money in the stock market, a bunch of people lose money.
Does
Fair.
like do Kale and Ocean have a background in that, or are they kind of just like did they do their
They
own
had
research?
Kale tries to explain it to me, but like I don't have any finance background.
I don't have any-
So I don't
neither do
know.
I, no.
Like I know how like a fucking like a 401k works or like a
Yeah.
like basic saving stuff like an RRSP, but I don't know the different types of investments you can make
Mm-hmm.
like in stocks. I don't understand that at all. And like Kale always acting like, yeah, I had a project where we had like an X amount of money and it was just like play money. We had to like make the most, and I shorted Tesla and I made a whole bunch of money. I'm like, what do you mean you shorted them? Like, but like I don't know what that means. But I know Elon Musk is pissed off because people always short Tesla. That's like a thing.
See, I don't know what short it means.
And that's
Yeah,
why
what
that's
does
why
that
like
mean?
Elon Musk for a while was like trying to buy back a bunch of
You
Tesla
mean
stock.
you mean Treelon Musk?
Elon Musk. Yeah, shout out Elon.
Shut up, Mr. Beast.
Teamtrees.org.
Let's try and wrap up soon because it is hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh, we're an hour and a half right now. Oh my god.
Well, you wanted to save drugs for
didn't-
last,
we didn't
right?
do drugs.
Ricky?
Yeah, I didn't do drugs yet. I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit.
Let me have piss round 2 before this happens.
All right. Well, moment of silence for Paul's number 2 piss. Number 2 times the stealth dropped.
Is there anything we want to say before Paul gets back? Anything we want to talk about?
Talk a lot of shit about you.
Yeah. Before I can hear you. I can't hear you over my piss.
You got a strong piss there, buddy. I do have in my notes here. What?
What?
They're scheming.
Yeah, we need to touch on some things, dog.
Yeah, we're waiting for you, man. We want to get your input.
They touch on me, dog.
Touch on you later, man. Is it loud in the mic?
You can hear his piss, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm hoping.
I actually can't hear you guys over my piss.
They say the louder the stream, the bigger the bird. Is that true?
No, I'm like probably like a 6-incher, and that shit is loud because I push hard.
I don't push at all. I feel like I'm gonna get kidney stones or something.
I push really hard when I'm peeing.
Did you guys have kidney stones, or was that somebody else in their friends group?
That was somebody
Okay,
else.
I'm not gonna say who. For some reason, I thought one of you guys had kidney stones.
Yeah,
for some
one
reason.
of them. One of them, not us.
Not
but
you
one
guys.
of them.
Okay, one of them did. I think kidney stones is like my biggest fear. Easily one of my biggest fears.
Bro,
Okay, I got a real question. How does pissing work?
What do you mean?
I don't push when I'm pissing.
Yeah, because your bladder is like a balloon,
It's
man.
like
Control the
as
pressure.
soon as I get ready to piss, it just happens.
Because your
yeah,
bladder
but
has like this elastic band.
I don't have to
opens
push
up.
it out. I just do it because it's more fun
It's
and
like-
it gets out quicker.
I actually know this. It's like an elastic band around a balloon, and then when you're about to piss, it loosens, so it just slowly drains through a little hole. And it's like gravity. That's all it is.
So why is it so hard to piss in the morning?
'Cause you got a fucking rock on, man. You got a fucking boner.
Yeah, why is that though?
I don't know why having an erection makes it
There's-
harder to
there's
pee.
two different streams.
I actually do know, 'cause
there's two different streams.
And when you get hard, there's a little thing that like pushes over.
Is it similar to
your
like
pee
your
stream.
windpipe in your esophagus?
There's like
No.
two different streams, and like when you're hard, there's like it closes
Blocks
over
off the other stream.
your pee.
yeah.
So-
so cum can come out.
Yeah.
So when you come,
Mating.
people say like, "Oh, I'm clearing the pipes with my piss." That's actually not true at all.
No, it
does-
is true because it stays. At least
You'll still
from
have
my
a
knowledge,
little cum in there.
it's in your like urethra.
Urethra.
Because like there have
There's
been
like
times.
the length of your penis isn't
True,
Nothing's
yeah,
happening
yeah,
there.
it's
That's
still
just
shut in the back,
That's
yeah.
free ground.
See, like there have been times when I would piss after I came, and it felt better than when I came. It's- I'm not.
I
even-
think that just has to do with who you're having sex with.
no, it's not. It's even when I jerk off. Sometimes, like I'll just, come in my chest, and then I'll go for a piss, and I'm
You
like,
come
That's
in
because
your
having
chest?
sex with yourself is probably having sex with the worst person ever.
that is a
True.
good, fair point. But I know how to please a man, so
Yeah, I probably do the best hand jobs on planet
so,
Earth.
man,
Bro, why
why aren't we gay?
aren't we could just jerk each other off
Yeah.
all the time?
Man, we would know how to please each other really good. This is getting really weird.
All right.
Really weird. Okay,
Um,
there is something I do want to say. I do want to mention Moose's song. This is like one of my highlighted topics of conversation.
Quick little shout out in the extra
Quick,
topics.
yeah, quick,
Yeah.
quick shout out to Moose's song.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah, I do want to talk about this because it is a really good song.
Do you have a release date for number 2 yet?
I don't, but I'm hoping like probably like late January.
Okay.
Okay. How far along is the song that you're releasing next? Like, how far along is it at?
It's like pretty much done. It's like okay. It's funny that you asked that. It's like so we have like a master, and then we went to the studio with Dylan Guthrow, and he made it even better and more high production and everything. But that kind of takes away from like the realness of the song because I
The raw
re-recorded
quality.
pretty much. So like we recorded all the vocals. I recorded all the vocals for this song in my room by myself, like sad when I was actually feeling this.
Genuine feelings.
Yeah.
and-
So when you go and you re-record something, it's like I don't have the same feelings anymore. I'm dating the girl that it's about.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I wrote it and sang it, I was like, not dating her and wanting
depression.
her. And am depression.
Depression.
So like
Obsession.
I went and re-recorded it with him. Like he added like so much. It sounds like a crazy like hit, but I don't want it to be a hit. I want it to be honest and real.
You want to be raw and
So
yeah.
we're in like the stage where we have to make it worse almost.
Which is so weird with music because like you can make something so good that it becomes bad again. And
Well-
I've noticed that with a lot of mainstream artists.
Yeah.
Like they just overproduce their shit.
Well, I mean, for Chance, for example, it's
Yeah,
like okay,
good
now he's
example,
like
yeah.
rich. He has access to all these like like studios and like huge producers and great engineers, it's like, okay, but now the music doesn't seem real because you're not like
Now he's
in your room.
he's not recording 10 day on a 10-day suspension in a shithole studio.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like it's real. It feels so overproduced that it seems like it's like scripted almost.
Yeah, exactly.
It probably is, honestly. you
So
know?
it's like it's that kind of thing where it's like, okay, if this is gonna do well or at least connect with people actually like the way I want it to, it has to be the old version.
Yeah.
But I don't want the old version because it's not as good as this is production wise. Vocal wise, we're probably gonna use like more of the old vocals.
And I do want to say this. I feel like the reason like artists like Little Pump, like Smoke Perp, all these people who have like these really raw, bassy songs. I feel like the reason they're so popular is because it's not overproduced bullshit. Like, it's just real shit. And I feel like it really bodes well with hip hop, especially.
Simple,
it's simple,
and they're
yeah.
having fun when they make it.
Exactly. It feels real.
So you have fun when you listen to it. It's like whatever you're feeling when you record the song is what other people are gonna feel.
Because like I don't listen to like a new Beyonce album because I know it's just gonna be overproduced. I'm sure it's good, but like I know it's just gonna be overproduced vocals and
they're hits, but they're
Yeah.
like that's the problem is they're hits.
Yeah.
You know, you can't connect with a hit.
Yeah, you can get drunk and
turned
listen
on.
to a hit,
Yeah.
but you can't like sit down and listen to like a top 10 radio hit. It's not gonna be. I'm sure people do, but
I've never connected with a fucking smash record. Like,
neither. have I.
I've never like been
Oh.
like, oh yeah, this connects with me so
Yeah.
hard, and that's not my goal.
I don't
Like,
know, man. I connected with Thrift Shop pretty hard.
What?
I felt
What?
that.
I mean,
What?
everybody does now. Everybody's
What?
fucking thrifting. That's like a thing now.
But like, there's a thing where a song could become so overplayed that it becomes a meme and it becomes good again, like Thrift Shop.
Smells like R. Kelly sheets. That might be in poor taste now.
Yeah.
He's in prison.
Like,
Oh,
shit.
true.
yeah, I forgot he's in prison now.
But yeah, so that the next
Yeah.
song, I'm not gonna release the title yet, but
You know his title for it,
it's
okay.
it was the one recorded after Too Good, which is
Yeah,
the one
so
that's
for
out
what
now.
it's worth, nobody mentioned this yet. Everyone check out Moose Can Fly, new single Too
Spotify.
Good, available now on Spotify and probably anywhere else you can stream.
Pretty
It
much,
currently
yeah.
has 7,800 Spotify plays when I checked
Not
it.
Spotify. It's like combined.
Does it
70.
combine? Oh, okay, yeah. Still,
Spotify
7,800 plays.
Spotify, it's probably at like 7,000 or no, so probably like not 8K total
Oh,
because there's like probably 1,200 on Apple Music and like 7 on
yeah. I only check Spotify, so
yeah.
yeah.
We're a Spotify gang.
Yeah,
We are.
shout out to
Fuck Apple Music,
Spotify.
man.
Trying to get into the Spotify headquarters in Toronto, so yeah.
You know
But
what's
we love
funny?
you guys.
What,
Pandora exists.
bro? I'm on Pandora.
Who
I
uses
was in a
Pandora?
meeting. I was in a meeting with Pandora when I was in Atlanta.
Bro, what
Yes.
does
What does Pandora bring to the table?
what's
There-
what's Cheesy's streaming service?
Tidal?
No,
Tidal.
that's yeah, Jay-Z's Tidal.
Title exists.
Yeah.
Tidal does exist.
And when I went to his show, they were giving out like these free 6-month subscriptions.
Because they need to.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna use it, man.
It was like I had a free 6 months
Okay,
of
I
fucking
was pretty
Tidal.
pissed that that Jay-Z's newest album wasn't on Spotify, so
I wonder if
I went
I'm
and
on
downloaded
Tidal.
it. Yeah, you should check that. I went and downloaded Jay-Z. I forget the name of his album. I forget the name of it, but it's like really old school style Jay-Z album. But yeah, like I went and downloaded it to my Spotify because like I was just like I'm not going on Tidal. I'm not touching that shit. Yeah, but we do want to shout out Moose's song. It is a really good. I actually do like the song.
Thank
I
you.
genuinely like the song, and I do play it. It's in a few of my playlists.
It's currently in 91 playlists.
Really,
Yeah.
I think 3 of them are probably mine.
One
Or
of-
at least 3 of them.
One of them it has like 1,200 streams
Really?
in the playlist.
Do you know whose playlist it is, or
No, I like. So when you're like
Somebody just
promoting
added to a
song-
playlist and I just listen to that song on all day.
that's the only song
No,
on the playlist?
It's called like Best of 2019 or something. But it's like when you're putting out a song, you can like there's like playlists you can like shop your song to. And like I shopped it to like this playlist and it got in and it had like 50,000 followers or some shit.
Did
Remember the whole Spotify controversy where like
Yeah.
They were like
They don't pay writers.
where they were apparently like sneaking in like these like
these
ghost
like
song
fake
type things
these
where,
fake
like,
songs.
They were
yeah.
like by artists that don't exist. But it was like, so there'd be an extra song in the playlist
They don't
where
gotta
it'll
pay
play,
them.
but they don't
Yeah.
gotta pay that artist for the play.
It was like a ghost artist that Spotify would hire to make a quote unquote hit song, and they would just make it into the Spotify playlist. Did you know that certain artists got famous because of that? Because they were in the playlist and they actually became artists. I don't know off the top of my head, but I was reading this like Reddit article about it. There was like a few artists that like became like mainstream because of it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to Apple Music. Yeah, good stuff.
Fuck
But,
Tidal though.
Amber.
I mean, let's not
I'm
say
just-
fuck Tidal.
Not yet, anyway. We'll see what the song is.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see if it's on there.
Depending if they sponsor us or not.
Imagine having a
Listen,
title song.
listen.
I don't even want that.
Title. Title. I will give away free 6 months of membership if you sponsor me. I promise. I'll pay for it. That's not how sponsorships work, but
I'll pay for
I'll
a
pay
Tidal
you to
sponsor.
I'll pay you to sponsor me. But yeah. So so like I listened to Too Good when you showed me it a long time ago. How long of a process was it to make that song?
Me and Kyle made it.
It was well over a year.
It was a long time.
We made it last year, like 2018.
after Christmas.
It was like, no, it was before Christmas. Oh, after Christmas no, it was before Christmas. It was in like September, the end of September, we made the song. I think there's a date in my mind, I think September 28th is the night we made it. And we FaceTimed. I was living with Paul Ryan at the time. And we were FaceTiming and I wanted to make a song. And he had this like really rough instrumental. He sent me it and we wrote the song over FaceTime that night. And then I recorded it that night. And then obviously to get like better vocals a few days after we were like recording more vocals. But then from then on it was like he would just keep adding more to the production, like producing it like more hardcore and shit like that. And then yeah, the thing is literally made by me and Kyle Mischek, by the way.
Shout out
And,
Kyle Mischek.
It's crazy the response that it got. It got like 70 people, I counted.
Yep, put it on the
reposted
story, yeah.
it on their stories. Like in the first 3 days, I think it was like getting 1,000 plays a day.
Rightfully so, though.
Remember when Kyle Mischek was rapping? And I won't say whose name. Like, Kyle wasn't even a bad rapper, to be
No,
honest.
he was
No,
good.
he was
That's
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
I won't say who it was, but somebody that you know messaged him on Facebook and like asked
I don't
for
remember
like
the name.
rap lessons.
Can you write his name
Oh
down?
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't know
because
his
I was
name.
friends with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. What was the name of Kyle Mischek's first like album he put out? It was like Blue. And
570.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
you're thinking of
Yeah.
Falling on Deep. That was Blue.
Yeah,
but
that's the Blue
570
one.
was his first mixtape.
one. I actually liked.
He's gonna hate if he hears this. He's gonna hate.
Why?
that.
I actually liked it, man.
He
I don't even.
hates all of his old shit.
Why does he
He
hate
wouldn't
it?
even when we were applying I think I was writing an article or like talking about him in an interview. I did an interview about the song, and I put his actual name like Kyle Mischek, and he got so upset. He was like, "Man, I don't want people like looking up me like my name and like finding all my old shit. Because if you Google Kyle Mischek,
That comes up.
he has like a Google like thing on the side. You know how like an artist has a Google thing and it has like all of his songs and all of his videos, and he doesn't want
he doesn't like it.
anybody to find that shit.
Which is weird because like he was like maturing and like
It's different. It's like when he's young.
Exactly.
And now
yeah.
he's like he just turned 24. And he's like, that was when he was like 17, 18. So he's
yeah.
like,
He's a man now. He's not a kid anymore.
And now he's like focusing on producing and like writing. He's like one of the best writers I've ever met. Like, he's so good.
Well, he was always a good writer, I thought. Like,
Yeah, but now, bro, like he writes hits. Like he's so good.
Well, he's been doing it for a long time. He knows what he's doing, I feel like. Yeah. I bet you he's really good to work with, too.
All right, I'm gonna bring this over to some drug conversations. Over
Yeah,
here, 'cause
let's
probably
try and
pushing
wrap
this,
Well
'cause
over
it's
2 hours now.
Yeah. I was going
A
to say
minute
we can
and
like
50
wait.
seconds.
Till 2
Or
hours.
a minute and 49 to be exact.
I was going to say we can wait
Or,
to do drug
sorry,
conversations
an hour
next
and
time.
49 minutes.
Okay,
we're
so
at.
we got 10 minutes for 2 hours. But
Do I do drugs this time?
Drugs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck.
Talk
Okay.
We gotta
about
get
drugs,
like
Ricky.
okay,
Come on.
first
We know
episode
you
is
wanna
gonna
talk
be
about
all,
drugs.
Like, past shit.
Yeah, this is like, that is true. All right,
Kind
so
of bring everyone up to speed.
yeah, so let's just start. We'll all just say what drugs we've taken if we're comfortable with saying it. I mean, I don't care. I'll say what I've done.
I'll say whatever.
I'll say
My
what I've
mom-
done.
My mom, if she hears it, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I'm the fucking loser.
Yeah. Let's just probably you can sit out this one. I've done coke like twice, maybe 3 times, and honestly, I didn't like it. It didn't really do much for me, surprisingly. And I remember I bought it, and I just wasn't a fan of it. It just didn't make me feel like as like the hype around it wasn't worth it. Like I thought it was gonna make me feel amazing for like 30 minutes or whatever it is. It made me feel okay, but I might as well just taking a shot of coffee or espresso, man. Like it was like I feel like I didn't have
Okay.
good coke. I didn't like
What
it.
I want you to
so-
do, list off all the drugs you've done, and then tell me your favorite.
Okay.
And we'll each do that.
All right. Well, I'm a huge fan of weed. I don't even consider that a drug, guys, because I have a fucking lifestyle at this point. It's such a weird,
lifestyle.
fucking stupid thing to say. It's right here. Nicotine is probably my favorite quote unquote drug. Alcohol, DXM.
So we got 2 out of 4 drugs so far. There is favorite
Yeah,
quote drug.
drugs. DXM, which is the active ingredient in Robitussin. That's a weird one, I know. Don't ask why I did it. That was a stupid phase in my life. I don't want to talk about it. I used to do nitrous oxide, another weird phase in my life. I love nitrous oxide. Shout out to Steve-O and Whippets. But
They're good.
Yeah.
Shout out all the whippet.
What other drugs have I done? I mean, I actually haven't done a lot of drugs. I haven't done shrooms or Molly or like even pills. I think I took like a T3 once or twice, but like I haven't really done anything else besides that I can think
So,
of.
out of all those, what's your favorite? Probably weed.
Weed by a large margin, yeah, a wide margin.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how many drugs have you done, and what's your favorite?
I
I know you've done more than me.
Let me think.
if you're cool with saying
I'll
it.
do it. Shout out to my mom. Don't get mad at me. I've smoked weed, obviously.
No.
Alcohol, nicotine, and coke. Shrooms were crazy.
Yeah, you talked about shrooms. You said it was glorious.
Yeah, I'll get into that. I've done
Yeah.
clonazepam.
Oh, and Adderall. I've done Adderall. Sorry,
Adderall.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was like prescribed Concerta for a bit. I don't know. But anyway, shrooms, bro. Man,
Is that the end of the list though? Like that's all?
I think
I
so.
think it's the end of the
Never
list,
did like
yeah.
ecstasy,
Or
MDMA.
No. I've done nitrous
Nitrous.
with Ricky. That
Yeah.
was great.
Nitrous
But
is
that's
fun,
so
yeah.
short. See,
Yeah, I don't even consider nitrous a drug.
Shrooms is like, bro, that shit was crazy. Like, I did them twice. The first time I did them, I was drunk and high, so I didn't really notice. I only did a
You had
gram.
the trifecta.
Yeah. But when I did them, like, recently, it was, like, crazy. Like, I didn't, at first I thought I was high, and I was like, I don't want to be, like, you know, typical, like, mushroom high, like, like, I'm probably just thinking about this. This is, like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, it's placebo effect.
You're
at
just
this
like
point.
thinking you're high, so you're
So I thought the lights were changing color to green. And they weren't, but I saw them as they were. And that's when I knew that I might have been high. And that was like, all right, that was cool. But I was excited when I went into it, so I was like wanting to learn. And bro,
expand your mind.
it was crazy. There was a point where I was in the tub and I was talking to my girlfriend and I'm like, wow. Like at that point, I was like, that was where I came to the conclusion that really nothing matters. Like it sounds so stupid right now.
It sounds depressing,
But like
yeah.
nothing really, it wasn't even depressing. It was like nothing matters. I don't know why I get upset about things. I don't know why I'm depressed all the time. Like I don't know why all these things bother me, because really nothing matters. And in that mindset, I felt so okay with life and everything that happened and everything that's going to happen. It was like, it was really eye-opening and it was really nice, and I wish I could feel that way all the time. If I felt the way I felt on shrooms mentally all the time, I would be such a better person.
Which
It's
is
crazy.
they're now looking into prescribing, not prescribing, but they use like psychedelics for like antidepressive therapy now. And I can see why, because people say that. Yeah, people say it works, like ketamine, shrooms.
Yeah. First of all, I could lay on the floor. If I thought about wanting to do something, like for example, I was in bed, and I was like, "Fuck, it would be really nice to lay on the floor in the living room right now." So I thought about that, and I'm like, I want to do that so bad. So I went and I laid on the floor in the living room, and it was amazing. Just that. It was amazing. It felt so good.
Was it like euphoria?
Yeah, almost. And it was crazy the way that I could hear sounds. Like, for example, when I was watching Good Mythical Morning, it was playing on the TV. Anyway.
Shout out Rhett and Link.
Shout out Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
But I was watching that, and So when you leave a room and the TV's turned up really loud, you can still hear it, but it's kind of like muffled and it's just the bass tones kind of. Mm-hmm. I left the room, went into another room, and I could still hear it as clear as I would in that room. It was so weird. It was like I had superpowers. Like, and it probably sounds so stupid to somebody who's done shrooms all the time, but to somebody who like is just trying them for like the second time, but really trying them for the first time, like it was crazy.
Like, I've read stories of people saying that, like, they listen to music on shrooms and they can, like, dissect certain parts of the song and focus on, like, the bass or, like, just the vocals. I could do that anyway. You could do that anyway, but, like, on drugs, especially shrooms, it's, like, it's powerful and, like, almost overwhelming to certain people.
There are a few things that I wish I had done while I was on them, and that was go outside. Like, I could hear the trees like moving through the wind while I was inside because the window was open. I could hear it, and I could hear birds chirping. I could hear everything. And if I wanted to go outside so bad, but I was like too tired. And if that's one thing I want to do, and listen to music, like to listen to like my favorite songs on shrooms, I would probably like be in heaven. Like it was amazing.
Do you remember when we were at the chateau and Neil and Jeremy did shrooms? And
I remember.
Yeah, I remember. And they said it was so powerful. It was so powerful that like Neil and Jeremy would have to go on these like nature walks to like appreciate
we lost
life.
Neil for like a couple hours.
Oh,
we kind of worried.
yeah.
He just went for a walk through the woods and found a waterfall.
That's the thing. When I was on shrooms, I wanted to explore. I wanted to go outside so bad. Mm-hmm. And like the thing is, you have no anxiety. Like you're not worrying about anything. You're not worried about anybody seeing you. Mm-hmm. Nothing like that. You just want to go and explore and see things because everything looks amazing and everything feels amazing and everything sounds amazing.
That sounds so intriguing, but I hear these stories and then I hear these other stories.
But it is all about how you go into it.
I was excited.
I was excited because I wanted to learn something from it, and I feel like I did. Like, and if you go into it with that mentality, I think you will have a great time, like a great experience.
Because, like, not to like call you up, but like you're an anxious person.
I'm very anxious.
So it's like I feel like you of all people would have been anxious going into this.
I would have went to a party, which is something I don't like doing. Mm-hmm. I would have went to a party. I would have went anywhere. I felt so good.
Did you have like
and confident
come up anxiety? Like were you anxious like as it was hitting you kind of thing?
No, I was excited. I wanted it to hit. Like I was waiting for it to hit, and I was like, "Come on! Like I want to feel something. I want to see something." It was crazy. Like even when I would look at things, it was like, in like a video where like the red, blue, green, like they all shift. It's like RBG. I forget what it's called, but anyway, like you can see like the different colors, like they go out of like
they're not overlapped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was like that everywhere I looked.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah. Well, before you say this, I do want to say this. When I like look up drugs and research on certain things and like how they're going to make me feel, I go to someone called CG Kid. Shout out CG Kid. I love CG Kid. He's a great YouTuber. He does this YouTube channel where he talks about like his experiences and like he's like sober now and like he was a drug addict at one point. But the way he describes shrooms is like almost identical to how you describe it. Like there are like euphoric experiences, but then I said before like you can have these like bad experiences, which is what I would be thinking about going into it, and I feel like that would cause me to have a bad trip.
And
like
that's
I feel
what
like
it would do.
yeah. I feel like I would just get anxiety from just overthinking things.
Like when Mitchell did shrooms, sorry Mitchell, like he told me that he was like, first of all, he was in Montreal, he was with one of our friends and our friend's friend, and it was like he wasn't totally comfortable, I think, where he was. So like he would get the lights would change to red. Like they would be green.
It's a bad color.
Which is good, and then they would change to red. And when they were red, he would get really fucking anxious and scared. So it was almost like he could see his anxiety coming.
It's like the episode of the Big Les show where they took the heroin cookies. and Les
There's
is
heroin in this.
Les is in the fucking movie theater and he's like walking through this land and it's all happy. And that weird banana looking guy pokes up and there's like 100 weird banana looking guys where he's trying to get to the mountain with the big Wookiee looking guy.
I love it. Shout out to the Big Les show. I haven't seen that show in so long.
Shout out to Mickey Freeman.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes, true.
They were. I was on Reddit and they were talking about possibly getting the guys who created the Big Les show on Goldblum's.
Wow.
They should, man. That's a great show.
Unreal.
I've never seen them in person. I don't know what they look like, but I just know their voices. So I think they would be really funny characters to be on a show like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I do want you to talk about your weed experiences.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically one.
So drugs we've all taken. I have alcohol, nicotine, and weed. Yeah.
Nice.
They were the only ones.
Experimental guy.
Fuck yeah.
Don't forget Rockstars fucking pounding back.
Yeah, Rockstar Energy definitely counts as a drug. If you don't think it does, you're not drinking them enough. Yeah, so I guess it's technically the first time I smoked weed. I smoked it the night before this time, but it was like some weird half cigar, half joint that Ricky made, and I was piss loaded drunk. Didn't feel anything from it.
It was a spliff. It was like a spliffy joint.
Next day, we were at our buddy Maddie's, and our buddy Travis brought his bong over. And he packed a bowl, but the bowl was packed for like 3 people to smoke. And he was like,
Nope.
you got to take greens, right? So I had to like start the bowl. So I started, and I was like, okay, let me light it myself, right? So I started lighting it. I didn't really know how long you're supposed to light it. And I just kept kind of like pulling it slowly, because like I kind of had an idea how you pull a bong. You don't like inhale right away. You got to get the smoke in the chamber, and then you pull the thing, right? And I was like lighting it, and then suddenly it made like a little pop noise. Like I pulled the bowl through.
A big bowl too. It was a big bowl.
It was a bowl
I saw
for 3
it.
people, and 2 of them smoke a lot of weed. And then Travis like looked at me like wide eyes. He's like, pull the thing out. And I pulled it out, and I like inhaled as hard as I could. I didn't get nearly all the smoke out, but I got a bunch, and I couldn't breathe for like 2 minutes. Right?
It was a big.
I was like
bong,
coughing, had to take a bunch of water or whatever, and then I didn't really feel anything because I'd never smoked weed before. I don't know how long weed was going to take to kick in. So Travis was like, yeah, I'm going to run down my place, get my speakers, and be listening to music. I was like, yeah, I'll come for the walk. So me and Haley went with him for the walk, and we're walking down, and like as we're walking to Travis's, like everything kind of started to like a tunnel vision type of thing. Like everything was like, it was like I was looking through a fisheye lens.
Okay.
Like, everything around like the circle of my vision was just blur.
Wow.
And it kept getting worse and worse. I'm like walking back, and I'm like squeezing Haley's hand so hard because I'm like, I'm tripping out. Like, I don't know what's going on. I've never felt this sensation before. So we get back, and I'm sitting on this bar stool at Maddie's table, and like I almost fell. Like I almost fell backwards, and I couldn't walk anymore. I lost the function in my body to move. So they had to take me into the couch, and Ricky has a picture of this on his Friends Only, where I'm on the couch and I'm absolutely buckled. Like my body doesn't even make sense. Like my shoulders are like completely rolled forward. I'm like laying like this.
Like you
nobody
lost
can
full
see
muscle
this.
control,
I guess
man.
I don't know why I'm like acting it out.
Yeah.
But
I'm doing this.
I have no muscle control. I'm laying on the couch. I can't move, and my head is in Travis's lap, and Travis is like stroking my hair, and he's like, "Relax, you're just high. Everything's gonna be okay." Right, and he kept repeating that, and like pat my head, and I'm fucked. I can't move, and like I start to see Travis as like, kind of like this lion head, but like with like a colorful circle surrounding it, like almost like a loop of just like the rainbow all around his head. And I'm at this point, I had just accepted the fact that I was high, and I thought to myself, I'm like, if I start panicking, I'm gonna panic, but if I just let it be and like ride it out, like I'm gonna be fucked for the night, but it's gonna be good. So I rode it out, and like I passed it. I fell asleep, I guess, because I woke up like this whole time where I'm asleep. I'm still seeing Travis saying the same thing, and like this fucking lion head looking at me. But then I woke up, and I remember Jeremy being there. And he came in, and I think it might have been him and maybe Barb or something. But then and Jeremy looked at me. He's like, "Enjoy it, because you're gonna be chasing this high for the rest of your life."
That's such a Jeremy thing.
Like I was
say.
fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway, the boys had to carry me home, and like I remember walking down like my street, and Ron was on the step. Your Uncle Ron was on the step.
Were you being carried home?
I was like over two shoulders. My legs.
Yeah,
barely
I drove
were.
by.
Was I
Yeah.
carrying you home? Was it me or was it?
I think it might have been you and Travis.
Yeah, I think it was.
Were
us,
carrying me
yeah.
home, and like I was like over both your arms, barely walking, and they're like, "What?" And Ron was like, "What the fuck is wrong with him?" And like,
Travis
anyway, you
explained
got
it
me
to
into bed, and I woke up at like 6 a.m. This is like 4 hours later. Like as far as I was concerned, weed only lasts like a half hour, right? It was an hour. That's what they always tell
Yeah.
you. Didn't. I woke up and I had to crawl to the bathroom to take a piss. Because like Haley was asleep beside me and I was in bed, and I woke up, I had to pee really bad, so I had to crawl to the bathroom and piss. And I woke up the next morning and I felt fine finally in the morning. But I went to the gym that day and I was like working out, and like as I started to sweat, I didn't know this was a thing either, but apparently you can like sweat out THC. So I guess I like started sweating, and I got super high again to the point where I couldn't walk.
In the gym.
I was in the gym.
What the fuck?
So I had to go sit in the parking lot for like an hour till I sobered up so I could drive home. And that's my story for the first time I smoked weed.
The first time you smoke weed is like a psychedelic experience.
The only time I've ever heard anyone describe anything like that smoking weed is Joe Rogan. I can't remember the exact story, but it was something about being in his like darkness tank or something. I don't know.
Sensory deprivation tank?
His
Yeah.
deprivation tank, where he would start to see like colors and shapes and shit. But there have been a few times where I've got like too high and like literally started to like hallucinate. Like I'd see things.
Yeah, I've been there.
I think the first time I smoked weed, it happened to me too. Like I remember the first time it really like registered in my brain that I was fucked. Like I was seeing shit too. Like I definitely wasn't seeing my friend as a lion, but I was seeing some shit. Like you said about the gym, like yeah, like THC is like stored in your fat for some reason. So like when you like burn fat in like working out and stuff like that, you can get high again. It's called like a contact high or something like that. It's like a weird thing. It used to happen to me when I used to play hockey, and like I used to sweat a lot in hockey. I used to like get high on the ice because like me and shout out to Garrett Bootleer, we used to smoke weed before our, like midget A games, and like we used to smoke weed, and then I go on the ice and like I would be high later because I'd sweat. So I feel like it is a pretty common thing, but you did a lot of that's burnt, isn't it? It smells burnt.
Shit.
Yeah.
Ew.
We've been vaping this whole time. You probably hear, but that was a lot of weed. You popped a bowl that I wouldn't even do right now, and I smoke weed pretty much every day. So, and Travis is like the champion of smoking weed. Like he smokes more weed than fucking
Travis smoked a lot.
Bob Marley. He smokes-
Travis's weed fucks me too.
Travis gets good weed. I don't know where he gets it from, but he gets quality stank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are at 2 hours and 7
Yeah.
minutes.
I think we should wrap it
so
up.
before we wrap up, kind of should set some expectations for like future episodes. Like
I agree. Yeah.
it's not gonna be like this. I wouldn't say
No.
because we kind of
No.
covered everything.
We
like
were all over the place.
current events, shit like that.
Yeah.
Our opinions.
I do.
Like,
I'm just talking about that.
I don't know. Like we're tossing ideas out there.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, I look at it as like who we are.
Yeah, this is like, I wanted to make this like a good introduction to kind of like get you guys to know who the fuck we are and what we're about. So like when we go later in the future to talk about stuff, you'll kind of know where we're coming from and where we stand. I do want to talk about current events. I think that's like what we're going to be doing like for the most part.
I mean, there's always new current events.
And I mean,
Yeah,
if
that's
anybody
right.
wants
Endless
to hear
content
us
supply.
talk about
Yeah.
a subject, we can talk about a subject and our thoughts on that, whatever.
yeah,
Like,
and if anyone wants to come on the podcast and argue with one of us, we're 100%
Ryan's great
down
at
for that.
arguing.
I would love to see Paul Ryan argue anybody that would come on this podcast. It would be amazing.
Never wrong.
Never wrong.
true. It's true.
But I think we should probably end it there.
All right, Ender Rick. Come on, Rick.
I do think this is a good idea. Like, I liked how this went for, like, this is our first podcast. I'm sure there are other podcasts out there that would just fucking suck for the first time. So I think we did okay for the first time. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is pretty
This
good.
is fun.
It's fun. I like doing this.
Like awkward silence or anything. That's what I was kind of nervous of. We
Yeah.
like caught up and like wouldn't know what to say. But
I was
it
nervous
rolled
about
pretty
that,
well,
too.
so I think we're good to go.
But, like, I do want to make this, like, conversation. Like, this is what I want it to be. Like, we were talking the whole time. Like, there were times when I forgot we were even recording and I was just interested in what you guys were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to keep that ball rolling, and hopefully in the future we can, keep doing that and, talk about current events.
Cool.
So,
All right, everyone, I should wrap it up. Make sure you check out the sponsors. G
G-Fuel,
Fuel, Fleshlight, Rage Shadow Legend, available on iOS, RuneScape,
please
Call of
sponsor
Duty-
us, Raid Shadow Legends.
Call of Duty
Please.
Modern Warfare, available now. And,
Available tonight when you go home and play it.
Bravo 6, Going Dark.